Matrix! Hello, everybody. It's good to see everybody here. Hope you're all having...
Hooray!
Well, it's good that you were all able to show up. Yeah, as you know, today is the big day for the interview. I'm nervous as all get out. I know this is super casual and everything's gonna be running fine, but it's kind of like, starting something new. Yes, if anything, today at least for the interview duration, I'm going to have the throwing system off, just so that it doesn't interfere with anything as we're going through the interview.
Hooray!
Oh, Nora, you even wound up. I'm just having it off temporarily. Just so at least, like, we go through the interview. What? Can you hear me all right?
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Oh, just Nora can't hear me. Gotcha. Because Nora is currently lurking. And hydrating already. Well, for the time being, hold off on your points in the bits. I'll be able to still hear your guys' redeems and stuff like that, but I'm gonna try to focus more across in the interview, but I'm still gonna be watching chat and seeing if you guys have any additional questions and things, and I'm gonna be writing those down as we go. But I did get that hydrate, thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get things started, and calling up Harky. She's probably already sitting in the background just like, come on Dracore, get your butt in gear. It's not too often that I usually do these types of things, so see if I can. Ah, there we go. Just giving Harky a call. Oh god, sorry, give me just a moment, I forgot to adjust a few settings.
Me too.
There we go.
Wait, what are y'all doing? Oh, y'all are doing the plushie and cookie redeems, okay.
Oh, you got your guys going too, and they're probably making some redeems.
Yeah. Where's Cookie? What? Oh, oatmeal raisin? Yeah, I don't like oatmeal raisin. It's not really good.
Shadow in my chat has a song that they want to link over to you to see if you've heard of it before.
Yes,
it's a perfect
please.
intro, and I'm sad I forgot to ask earlier is what he said.
Go ahead, I don't mind.
Well, I didn't click on it or anything. As I just wanted to mention over to you in case you didn't see it or if you even knew.
Oh, I have your Shibo. I have your Shibo. Here, let me pop up. I'm gonna grab it.
Oh, okay. Shadow says go ahead and play it. It's perfect. Where's that link at?
Oh god, I'm in an ad.
Oh, there it is.
No, I'm in an ad in the fucking YouTube. YouTube! There we go. Okay. I touched up, or, yeah.
I'm playing it in stream. They can hear it.
Oh, yeah. I have Weird Al Yankovic playing.
Style.
Okay.
Look. I'm the edge, I'm the chic, I'm the taste. I'm the larger than life with just a hint
If y'all can.
I'm the vanguard, I'm the air, I'm the vogue. I'm the shishi ooey, I'm the man on the mo. President Reagan.
Oh my god.
Jazzercise.
I'm liking it.
It sounds like a mix of Depeche Mode.
Fashion, well, fashion's a stranger.
Maybe a little bit of like Cure
You
too.
think fashion's your friend, my friend. Fashion is danger. Posing at the bar. Posing sitting down. Posing in the distance. Posing with my arm.
Hell yeah.
Posing with my leg. Posing like a swan. Posing for a portrait. Posing a threat.
Welcome back.
You think you know fashion, well, fashion's a stranger. You think fashion's your friend, my friend. Fashion is danger. Moscow, Berlin, Paris, London, Tokyo, Wellington, Rome, Geneva, New York City. New York City. You think you know fashion, but fashion's a stranger. You think fashion's your friend, my friend. Fashion is danger. Fashion. Fashion.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Song. This is a good song.
Yeah, Jake, we're going over fashion.
Yep, we are. Ready. Get the
I'm gonna go
Weird Al
ahead
back.
and switch over screens, so then.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh,
Why do you have a very cute profile picture? That's very
there
adorable.
we go. Oh, how do you even remember which one I have equipped going right now?
Oh, the power wash?
No, my little talking. Yeah, as you can hear, Harky is spraying in the background already.
It's annoying.
So,
But-
yeah.
Oh.
Hello, daddies.
I had the questions pulled up on my phone too, so I can.
Yeah, I've got a slideshow, and if you do have my stream open, I'll have those up over the entirety of the stream, so then they're always there for reference, and people can go back and look to see like what was the question that was asked.
Hell yeah. Oh, that's fucking nice.
Took a little bit to figure out though.
How'd you do it? In what program?
I'm honestly just using Google Slides.
Oh my god. I forget Google has power now.
Yep, so I just have that, and I adjusted the screen to only have the slides encompass the area that it has across on the stream here.
Alrighty.
So yeah, this is a fashion interview that we've got
Hydrate,
going,
you bastard!
and
Hydrate!
already trying to get me
Yeah.
to hydrate. Oh, yeah, there's one thing I did.
You're in an ad. No.
Yeah, I'm in it. I'm kind of holding off a little bit.
Hey, I've been doing that.
Yeah, otherwise, yes. I think I have everything else functioning.
That's fine. Scuff stream is peak stream.
Scuff, and you're already hiding.
Oh shit! I'm on the wrong tab.
I won't lie. I won't lie. I honestly, like, since we got this set up earlier, I heard you like test fire a few times, and it scared the bejeebers out of me. Because I forgot I just minimized this to make sure we didn't like have to reconnect and do all of that.
It's funny because I tried doing this with somebody else. We couldn't even figure out how to do this. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, it was
I meant
really
that
weird.
It was easy.
Yeah, turning it on
Huh.
first so it is online, and then doing crossplay, and then turning it on again for a connection, and then sending the invite code out. Yeah, it is a little convoluted, but it works. But yeah, I just figured, you know, we just clean some things as we go along. I don't know. That's probably pretty
Yapping
loud.
and cleaning.
Yapping and cleaning. I just gotta figure out where the options at for me to like turn down the. Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, the game's really loud. I have it connected to my Go XLR like split and shit. I have that turned down.
I could turn it
is
down
very loud.
across my thing, but I find it. I'll just turn everything down across in the game, and hopefully that should be good enough. Yeah, that should be good. Ding! Alright. So, yeah, this is a fashion interview with Blind Harkain,
Yes.
otherwise known as Harky.
Yeah.
And I've got your little Discord, your Fat Harky form.
Hell yeah. I'm just a little plush in a big world. In a very scummy, dirty van world.
Yeah, and as for the next thing, as for a little bit of the details, I put across in here, this interview was set up for a learning opportunity. Harky, you're able to answer any question that you like, pass on any that you don't feel like you want to. I just want this to be a nice, wonderful experience. I just ask everybody across in chat, just make sure to be respectful. Take this opportunity to ask what you can, learn what you can, because I don't know about anybody here across in chat, but I've never talked with a single individual that's ever worked in anything with fashion or done it professionally. So this is definitely unique to me.
It's funny because when I went to college and I was in a lot of the classes, a lot of people thought that I was in the wrong like category because I used to dress up like a hipster. So they're like, "You should be an audio. You look like an audio kid." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
You have an
What?
audio appearance?
Yeah, I do. I have an audio kid appearance.
Yeah, everybody can take this opportunity to learn something that you may not have otherwise had the opportunity to learn without your help, Harky, because, yeah, it's awesome to think about, like, how many people do we pass on the street or just come across that, you know, they could be doing anything for a living. We have no idea or even have heard of their jobs before.
Oh yeah, like one of my old coworkers who also worked in the same company that I used to work in. She was a seamstress, but her old job was working in a morgue.
Oh.
And I was like, holy shit. She's like, yeah, I made bank, but it's a depressing job.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah,
You know,
they do pay
stickers.
pretty good because, yeah, some people just can't handle working around deceased individuals.
Yeah, all the time
Understandably
too.
so.
But yes, so to start it a little bit, so I worked in the fashion industry for 10 years. Um, I used to be, so my career started in college actually, so I used to be a teaching assistant. Um, and I got some qualifications working on industrial sewing machines. Industrial sewing machines compared to regular at-home sewing machines that you get at the store. Industrial is literally the whole ass tank. It's got a table, it's got a metal foot pedal, and it goes 10 times faster than a regular one,
Oh,
like an
geez.
at-home one. So it's very easy to get injured, very easy to break as well, depending on what you're sewing. But I learned how to fix minor things in industrial sewing machines. I learned other sewing machines as well, like what do I call it? It's kind of hard to explain some of the machines.
Yeah.
Um, there's one called a cover stitch, which you would use for starch fabric, like regular T-shirts that you would wear every day, casual wear, pretty much. Um, you would use that machine. An overlock machine is what you would use to do alterations on uniforms, like military uniforms and wedding uniforms.
Oh, geez. I hadn't even been aware of that.
Yeah, there's different machines for different clothes.
Makes sense. Lots of different materials.
Yeah. I think you two do with Sniper. But yeah, so everyone in my chat, we're doing the interview today. So Dracore is interviewing me about the fashion industry.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
But I have a bachelor's of arts in fashion design. My focus study was digital pattern making. The difference between just generalized fashion design is usually just you're learning seamstress work. That's pretty much it. Digital fashion design is the stuff that I've shown on my Twitter and in my shop. That's digital fashion design, where you come up with a swatch. A swatch can be defined as a pattern that repeats itself. And we just make sure that the pattern repeats correctly and does not cut or kind of look misshapen or anything like that. So when you take it to a print, like to a printing manufacturer, it would work.
Yeah, that makes sense. Got to be able to print it out effectively, otherwise it'll come out wrong.
Yes, and you could lose a lot of money doing that.
Oh, yeah. Can't
Especially
guarantee a
for,
good
like-
job.
Oh hell yeah! Especially if they're printing it in mass production. One slip up, you just lost like 100 units of clothes because the pattern was not correct.
Oh, yeah. Waste resources, and you have to pay for it all over again, and then... Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I suppose we're kind of just jumping all over. We might answer some questions along the way that we already have later on. I did have multiple questions across on things I posted across, and I still have them listed. Though, you know, we might just come across like, oh yeah, we already answered that one. Kind of like the first one I put on here. What level of education do you have, and what level would be the best to start with?
Okay, so this one. So when I first went into college, I actually didn't know any sewing. I had no experience sewing besides hand sewing.
Oh
which
man, you went in cold turkey.
I did. I went in on hard mode. I was struggling. So I would encourage for anyone who's in high school who have home ec classes that offer sewing and like general home ec and other like useful life skills, do learn how to sew through those. If you do end up getting a jump start through high school, you are gonna be set for college into an art school that focuses on that. But for those of you who may not have that opportunity or the school you go to may not offer that, learn on YouTube. Literally YouTube it.
Honest to goodness, yeah, those tutorials that people put across on YouTube, they can be
They're
really good.
They are like this is gonna sound a little bit weird. Actually, a lot of my college instructors who taught me fashion were like, "Why are you in school? You could learn this shit on YouTube." I'm like, "Fuck you! I'm in like $80,000 debt right now."
Oh no.
Could have told me this sooner. But no.
Shadow is
Hi,
asking,
Witchy.
do they even offer that in high school anymore? I'm pretty sure that they still do home ec classes and stuff in high school.
Yes.
It might depend
so,
where you're at, is whether or not it's a core class or something.
So yes, they do still offer those. Just it depends on which. I'm gonna say depends on where you live. Definitely do your research. If not, I think Joanne's offers sewing classes as well. Unfortunately, Joanne's is going out of business.
Oh no.
So Michael's may have some classes where they teach you how to do crocheting, sewing, pattern making, all that. That would be a good start too. The budgets are usually not great, and you don't learn any sewing unless you're in a larger school with a decent funding. Yeah, so yeah, that too, unfortunately. I forgot how to switch this.
I'm just, what are you trying to switch to?
I tried to. I don't want it sideways, I want it horizontal.
Oh, and you're using a controller. Oh, darn. Well, there.
No, I'm using a keyboard.
Oh, okay. You can rotate it up and down with R.
Yes, thank you. That's what I need.
And then if you use the number keys, like 1, you can switch between guns, and 2 will switch between the nozzles for different types of spray.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so when you get into college, usually they'll have sewing class 1 and sewing class 2 for those who have never had been taught, and that's what I did. Essentially what you're going to want to learn through YouTube is learn how to sew in a spiral and learn how to sew straight lines. Just keep practicing that, and you're
Oh.
good. That's all you really need.
Time and skill.
Yeah. Besides that, an at-home machine will work just fine. Industrials, are you're gonna find them at professional level jobs of fashion. Michaels and Hobby Lobby offer sewing classes. It's on a store-to-store basis. They also offer cake decorating classes too. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Thank you, Witchy, for that information.
Oh, and in case anybody is interested, we don't have a designated like time frame for this interview. It's just kind of, we're just gonna go about doing things and probably just chit chat along the way and figure out the game as we go as well.
Yeah. What else?
I suppose this one's a bit of a loaded question for the second one, but do you have any experiences that you'd like to share?
Okay, so the person who taught me how to sew, and I can talk about this, they're actually a celebrity. Their name is Amy Bond. She was on Runway. I forgot what season. I think it was season 18. She was on Runway. But she actually taught me. So she was at my college at the Las Vegas Art Institute of Las Vegas for a while, and she taught me how to initially sew. So the tea I could spill on that, that was a crazy experience for college, is that she came to every instructional class drunk.
Oh,
Like-
that'd be kind of a cool teacher.
And like, she was chill as fuck. Like, she's having a good ass time, but she had vodka on her breath. I was like, how
You know
was
what?
being
You could
paid to
probably
be here?
almost relate more to the teacher that would casually go out there and have fun versus like always super strict on things.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
made him feel more approachable.
Oh, she was. I loved her. I thought she was a decent teacher, but then what I found out after when she kind of left, because she got the gig with the Runway TV show, she she taught us the cheating way of doing sewing, and a proper teacher came in and was like, y'all need to learn proper sewing. This is not going to help you in the long run. And we're like, okay, cool. So, yeah. Oh, thank
Yeah.
you for the hydrate pitch days. No, that's actually really cool. When I was a freshman? Ooh, nice. See what other crazy experiences I've had.
Oh, I got asked, isn't there a sewing simulator that we could be playing?
If they
almost-
come out with it, oh my god. We gotta do the grill. Which grill? That's the bump. Which grill? Where?
Oh, if you press tab, you'll see that it'll highlight the dirt too.
Oh, whoa. Okay, okay.
Is there some real nooks and crannies in here to where it's just like, oh, there's just like a micro spot somewhere.
Yeah. Grill is done. Hell yeah.
Oh, hey, we got it. 100% clean. I don't know how we Oh. I see your little smiley face.
Yeah. Yes, anyone in my chat too. If y'all got questions as well, go ahead and ask them. I don't mind. See, the second experience was there. So my school got interviewed by another person who was part of the runway fashion show, who used to be a producer, and I forgot his name, but actually not recently, he had a lot of scandals with him scamming people doing this.
Oh no.
So what he did to scam my school and to scam a bunch of students was that he told me and my class, pretty much, of fashion design students, he wanted us to come up with designs and compete against each other to win
Oh,
much a
he'd steal
grant.
your designs.
No, actually.
Really?
So we did an interview, we made our designs, we showed our portfolios to him, and when I showed mine, I was really big into pinup kind of costumes and stuff, so mine was military themed. He didn't like mine. He's like, yeah, this isn't really what I'm going for, so you're kind of disqualified. So I didn't make it to the second round. But
Aw.
the people who did, he took to California, like he had everyone go to California to one of the hotels and had the students pay $1,000 up front for a further cost of the hotel, as well as their admission fee to the contest. That same night, he pretty much bounced with all the money and shut off his phone.
Oh.
Yep. And a lot of my friends who did go to the second stage of that contest told me that the instructors were freaking out because now they were reliable for like a scam, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And that their students were conned into pretty much giving this guy like thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I mean, should they have been able to contact the police or something so they could try to find him? And
Unfortunately, no. I don't think they even tried. They're like, well, fuck, we thought he was being honest and we trusted him and this type shit.
oh man.
And I'm just sitting at home like, I'm glad I wasn't there because I can't
Oh
pay
yeah, thank
$1,000.
goodness.
Yeah, so those are my two craziest stories with college. Now, with my job, well, what my job used to be. So, I didn't sign an NDA for this one. I used to work for Legends in Concert, which used to be a company out here in Las Vegas, and they used to be located at the Tropicana, which no longer exists because they just got demolitioned. But that company is designed to have celebrity impersonators like Elvis, Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury, you name it. Just any like dead celebrity, we had an impersonator for it. I was costumer for them, so I would dress the backup dancers for the show. And there was so before lockdown happened, we were installing a new show, which we would install new shows every 3 months. So every 3 months, I would be making new costumes.
Oh jeez.
Yep, it was very much a high pressure job. Did not enjoy it. negative 10/10 would not recommend.
Negative 10 out of 10. It's like, would not recommend.
Yeah,
Oh my.
would not recommend. So anyways,
You got to go through those experiences though. If you never experience the worst of the worst, you can't really know like what the best of the best is, right?
oh yeah, it's very much true, yeah. It makes you appreciate, like, other jobs.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody's kind of had those experiences in their life of you go with a job, maybe you kind of like it, maybe you don't. But until you've tried something else, you can't really like say, oh yeah, I love this one so much more than the other. I can afford to do this one. I enjoy doing this. Yeah, if you enjoy what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Yep. So with this job, before lockdown, we hired somebody. I talked about this a little bit previously on a few other streams. Name's Frank Marino, and he's known for doing the drag impersonation of Jonah Rivers. Before we hired him, which I was unknown to, it's all over the news if y'all search this up. He used to be a representative and ambassador for the Make-A-Wish Foundation out here. Lo and behold, he embezzled money from the foundation.
Oh no.
Yeah, he embezzled money from sick kids and ultimately got fired because of that, so he got hired at my company. I didn't know that that's what he did, and I met him. So the first night I met him when he got hired with my company, he had this big feathered pink boa. He's all get up in Jonah River in the drag and came up
Oh
to
my.
me. Yeah, came up to me and my team and had access to hold his feather boa so that he could, you know, fix his hair or his makeup. Or he could, yeah, it's fine. We're the backup, pretty much seamstresses. We could do that. He introduced himself. We talk a little bit. He's pretty nice in person, but morally bad person.
Understandable. Yeah, sometimes like you can't be 100% a horrible person. I know it can maybe be a hot topic on things, but I kind of feel like even though somebody might be bad in some respects, they're good in others.
Yes. And I have said on the record, like, he's good at what he does in entertainment, and I can see why we hired him because of that. He pretty much introduced every one of our lineups, and he can do that very well. So, you know, me and him were talking. He's very nice, very cordial. And then his assistant was like, "Let go of the boa. You will get fired if you're touching this." I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You guys aren't supposed to touch my stuff." I was like, "Okay."
Well, at
Thank
least he's
you.
like nice about it. Like, oh yeah, crap. Sorry, that was my bad.
Yeah. And then my supervisor was like, "Oh yeah, he stole money from sick kids after he left." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Oh.
And we hired him. He's like, "We couldn't find anybody else, so we hired him." I was like, "Y'all do realize he's gonna steal money, right? The company."
Oh man, I can totally kind of understand that perspective though. Slightly on the side of things, I work in healthcare, so there's a lot of times you just can't find help, and even though you don't have good workers around, something is better than nothing. As we say it, sometimes you need a warm body.
Yep. And I don't think he's like, that was my initial thought, was like, how do we know he's not taking money from the company?
Yeah,
And he
very
still
true.
hasn't. But yeah, so that's my crazy experience with my old job.
They could certainly come up with some other things along the way too. But as for another question to kind of change things up, based on your experience, do you have any tips, tricks, secrets that you'd like to share? You kind of did by saying what you could do for starting in high school.
Yes, so start in high school as soon as possible. Also, go through Hobby Lobby, Michael's, and Joann's if you can. Definitely take those classes. Let's see what else. Do YouTube as well. You could actually learn pretty much my digital pattern making job on YouTube. There's tutorials for Adobe Illustrator, any other art program that does similar pattern making. You could do that. Let's see what else.
I think you're doing good with like recommending that even though you have a job that you could learn a lot from in college, you can basically learn out of practical skills and research. Because there's always those things like the people who will go to college, get their degrees in business and stuff like that, and then become managers, versus the people who worked from the ground up, learned how everything worked, and then they became managers.
Yeah.
It's still doable, but sometimes you're not entirely sure, like, do I need a college degree for this? Do I have to go through these things in order to qualify for it? Or can I work my way to that?
Oh, you definitely don't need a college degree for fashion design. You could learn that shit on YouTube. And like, every one of my instructors too, like I'd serious about that. Like every one of them, when they heard how much our tuition and everything that we would go into debt for, they're like, you could just learn this stuff on YouTube and you won't even have to go into debt. Like, okay.
I just noticed a question across my chat. So what they're hearing is it's oddly easy to embezzle in the fashion industry.
It is. It actually is.
I suppose it's more like just like any celebrity or rich person. If you've got enough money or influence or power, nobody's going to bother touching you. It's just not worth the hassle.
Yes. If you are trusted in the industry, no one's going to question you.
Yep.
Like,
that's real life right there.
Yeah. That is.
It's like, do you have enough money? Do you have connections? All right,
Wait,
we're not going to
talk
ask
some
anything no
bullshit
matter
walk,
what you
yeah.
do.
Yep. They can. But yes, so another good way to start too, if you just want to start out in alterations, because alterations is always something people need. Go to David's Bridal. I think David's Bridal has stopped doing it though. David's Bridal does alterations, so does Men's Warehouse. Any laundromat shop that offers alterations, see if they have any apprenticeships. They will teach you how to alter suits and stuff. That's banked there too.
And for alterations, what all does that qualify as? Is that just like resizing, changing,
Yes,
like
so
shapes and
that is
stuff?
resizing. That's letting a suit out or taking a suit in. So that's grading. That's the correct term is grading. So that's what we usually use that term for to pretty much describe that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you're pretty much letting out a suit. You're fixing a wedding dress. You may be repairing a button, a pocket, fixing a zipper. That's all alterations.
that reminds me of problems that I have with like a pair of my pants. I'm at just the right height to where sometimes I can turn and the loop of my pants will catch a doorknob. And then you go walking away and whoosh, oop.
Oh, and then it rips. Yes.
Yeah, alteration.
I got a lot of those. So when I worked at some other casinos, I was primarily alterations. A lot of the businessmen who were the executives of the casinos would come and be like, "Hey, can you fix my belt loop? Can you fix my like pocket?" Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, it's a legitimate thing. It's one of those like, oh no, I had this like slight circumstance. How do I fix this properly? It seems really basic to you, and I'm sure with all of your experience, it's kind of like, this should be common sense. But if people are never exposed to it, you'd be surprised.
Yep.
The smallest things can just seem out of reach almost.
It like, and it only takes me 2 minutes to do, and a lot of them, I used to get tipped from these execs too, so they would tip me like $15
Oh, nice.
for 2 minutes of work, and I'm like, you don't really need to do that. They're like, no, you did something I don't know how to do. I'm like,
So you did me a favor, thank you.
yeah, and I'm like, yeah, just go to your meeting, you're good, you're Gucci,
You Gucci.
go on, live your life.
Yeah, did you ever, like, across your experience, come across, like, different programs or things that just made your life easier as you went along? Like, maybe over your years of experience, you started off doing things the hard way, and then later on you found an easier way to do it?
I can tell you one thing that I raged about, and this one's the one that stands out more prominently to me. So, to make a circle skirt, right? which is a nice flowy skirt, very long. It's in the name. It's a literal fucking circle. I was doing it the mathematical way, because there's a way where you get a textbook of pattern making, and you're making it from scratch. You're just getting point X to point Y measurements to try and measure it out correctly. My supervisor, my old supervisor, is like, "Why are you doing it like that?" I'm like, "What do you mean? This is the correct, industry way I should be doing this." Yes. He's like, "Here, I'm gonna show you something." So he took a yardstick with a hole in it, 2 holes on each side, stabbed a piece of paper, took the other hole, and just did like a fucking just drew the circle that way. I'm like, "You motherfucker." I spent 2 hours trying to mathematically make sure it was even and like all sides were correct, and he's just like, there. It's like a big ass extractor.
Isn't that so amazing though, that after you see it, you're like, oh, I will remember how to do that because it's easier than the way I did it before.
Yes. Man made a drawing compass with that ruler. He did. And it pissed me off because I was like, "You smart motherfucker."
Somebody made a comment across my chat. All these squares make a circle.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was doing that.
All these squares make a circle.
And I was so fucking mad when he did it. I was like, I took like an hour break after that.
Oh, but you could
way.
afford it to at that point. It's just kind of like, all right, that just saved me time. I'm gonna take a break. I just need to mentally like process this.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, what am I doing with my life?
Like, and this man he didn't have a degree in fashion design. Let's go, Harky. Hell yeah. Hi, Mr. Barbecue. Hell yeah. Not the Mr. Not the Mr. Popo reference, yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
All these squares make a circle. All these squares make a circle.
So the second way that this is the only thing that where I could take claim on and it makes me smart again. Was that one of my college classes was grading, which was what we just discussed, was taking in or taking out a piece of clothes,
Mm-hmm.
So what fashion makes a point of is that it's very easy to take a large and make it small because you're just removing just the excess.
Yeah. Because you can never like cut things away and then all of a sudden turn it larger somehow.
Yes. So grading, which we had to add to, one of my instructors had this whole like times table of like how to grade from an extra small to a 3 or 4XL. And so I looked at it and I got bored one time while I was doing some student teaching in the college. So I just sat there, took a base measurement. So I was like, okay, why don't we just add 2 inches to every fucking side? Because then you just achieve the same thing instead of going from like 1.5 and trying to mathematically equate it to the next one. So I conducted all my paperwork. I showed it to her. She looked at it. My other colleagues looked at it too. My other fucking fellow classmates. And she got quiet. She's like, "This is so simplified." She said it was so stupid it worked. She's like,
yeah, one of those moments like, hurrah, I'm good.
Yeah. Hi, Kit Kat. Yes, I will get a snack in 1 sec. Thank you, Hound Dog Games. So I actually tested it out, and I did that with one of my. It's really stupid if it works though. No, if you can. You could work smarter, not harder. That was definitely what I did.
Oh, definitely. Going back on your measurement thing, somebody else had mentioned across my chat that they used to take the tape measure for welding fabrication, and it's a good trick for like being able to make the circles. So that's one of those things I love it. When it comes to shape, like general geometry, it's one of those things you think, oh, I'm never going to use that in school. And then something like that can be utilized in fashion or metal fabrication, it's just shapes.
It's funny because there's somebody actually in my server who works in metal fabrication, and I had posted one of my spec sheets for the Harkey plush, and he looked at it. He's like, "This is exactly what I do for my job." I'm like, "Yeah, there's literally not that much different." And then same generalized measurements too. So he's looking at it. He's like, "Okay, so this is let's say 7" by 5" wide." I was like, "Yeah." It's like, "Okay, I get what you're doing. I see what you're doing." I'm like, "Yeah."
That'd be funny
You
if you
understand.
measured out your fabrics and everything, and somebody with that type of skill could just be looking at like, oh, I don't know what you're doing. You don't. Well, just imagine that it's instead of fabric, it's with metal, and all of a sudden, click, the brain is just like,
Yes.
oh.
It's like reading him talk about that all the time too. He's the only one who actually talks to me about my spec measurements.
Even though you
Which I like.
have no similar job or anything, but the skill set is just the same almost.
Yeah. It's funny because I was good at geometry in high school. I was bad at algebra.
I just love math in general. To me, math has always been one of those things to where when I was a kid, it's like, okay, 1 + 1 is 2. Basically, if you do your math right, everything that math says is true. No matter how much you argue it, if you do math right, it is foolproof.
Yes, yes it is. Even
Let's
with the swatch designs I do measurements to make sure that they are equal size as well.
Go along with another question that we have across here. What do you wish you knew more about in fashion?
I wish, and this is something that I'll be completely honest about, and this is why I'm gonna say I don't recommend anyone work in this profession. It's not a livable profession. Like, when I was in college, I was told all the time that I'd be making $20 an hour or $25 an hour. Nope, it's not like that. Fashion design is a dying art. It is.
It's probably more
Definitely.
computer design now than anything.
I am. That's why I switched over. I do computer design more than actual physical sewing anymore.
Yeah, I hear that a
So-
lot between different jobs to where they say you should be making this much, and it's like, is that because the 1% of people who make it or get a name for themselves or have already been in the business for a while are making that themselves?
Yes, that's why they say it. All right, give me 1 sec. I got a raid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna introduce him.
Yep, all good. I'll ask that too, Shadow.
All right, I am back.
Welcome back. So yeah, let's see. Talked about things you wish knew more, or things you wish you knew more about in fashion.
Yeah, so, I'll just tell y'all how much I made in fashion design.
Level up wall writing.
I was salary and I made 15 an hour. My yearly income was $35,000 a year.
Oh yeah, that'd be really tough, especially now.
Yep, that is not a livable wage whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
And the shitty part about the old company I used to work for, Legend in Concert, is that, I was supposed to be getting like 50-cent raises after every 3 months, and I worked there for 3 years.
Oh man, yeah, that
I never-
accumulate fairly quickly.
I never once got them.
Oh, that hurts.
It was fucked up. It was fucked up. They're going out of business though, so I'm very glad. That's fine. That's my pay raise, I guess. You come back here. You got stuck in the air for me. You were fucking like glitching in the air. Let's see what else. What else is it? I have been sewing drywall. Hi, drywall. Let's see. I'm thinking.
We can move on to another question too. Like you mentioned in Discord questions a while ago in regards to fashion, in Discord questions, fashion isn't like what Hollywood portrays. What would you like us to know or learn about that?
So.
I know you kind of answered it once before, but yeah, maybe you could elaborate a bit more on it.
I'll have to remember a little bit. Oh, so one thing you may not know about a lot of companies, especially with fucking Hollywood and costuming, we actually use a lot of pre-made patterns. We don't make that shit from scratch. We use pre-made patterns from Joanne. My favorite teacher gave me a 10-pound of clay today because I told him I started sculpting in my free time. Hell yeah, nice job, nice job. But yes, we use pre-made patterns. Even I use pre-made patterns. Because literally, you could.
Why
just
do the
take
extra work of
pre-made-
making something brand new? You just reuse old assets.
Yes, that's exactly.
Time is money. Why waste
Yes,
it?
it is. It is. Also, fashion design is very misogynistic, actually. It is very misogynistic. I can tell you how many times I've gone into interviews and I don't look feminine enough for somebody to hire because they need a pretty face. That's literally some of
Yeah,
was
that's
some of the
understandable
reasons
on
why.
things. A lot of women are used a lot in advertising based on looks rather than skill applications.
Mm-hmm. As well as like well, I thankfully nowadays runway shows aren't as harsh as they used to be, but I used to work for some runway shows as well, and the ones that were hosted out here. So every model signs a contract, and if you go above a certain weight, you immediately get fired and you don't get paid out your contract.
Ah,
It's very harsh. They definitely encouraged back in the day ED, which is an eating disorder. I can't tell you how many times I've seen models coming to work, or like coming to a gig, and they have not eaten all day, or they just drink water all day because they don't want to get fired. And dealing with hangry, models is terrible. They'll take out their anger on you, and I understood.
They're basically in a perpetual fight or flight. Like they probably have unending adrenaline rushing through their system because their body doesn't have any other fuel.
Yes, they do. They do. Nowadays it's not that harsh. Except for on the Las Vegas Strip, they still do practice some of those old school ways. It's crazy. It is. I was a model as a child. Even then, it was brutal. It was. It was.
Modeling in and of itself is just terrible. Men, women, it doesn't matter. You're basically body manipulation to try to fit an image that isn't realistic.
BRB grabbing food. I was a menace as a child. I believe it. Tribal. I believe it. I believe it. That tracks.
Haven't we all been a menace at one point or another as a child?
That's very true.
After all, psychology is, how are you going to know what you can get away with in the real world if you never test the limits?
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So that goes through child development. That's why sometimes you have to have that authority figure. You have to decide as a parent, at what point do you tell your child no? And I get this, like, I'm not a parent or anything myself, but having to go through some psychology and understanding of things in my fields for therapy, you have to work with children in some respects, depending upon the settings that you work in.
Yep. Oh god.
But
Yeah.
here, what do we have for another one? You kind of told us about a few things before, but do you have any special experiences that you want to share with us? Anything that sticks in your mind, like, oh, that was just a moment that made it for me? Maybe a completion of something, or somebody else got a project done or something that you know of?
So there is one. So the one instructor, I guess this is gonna answer too, because one of the questions I also sent you was, what was the best instructor I ever experienced? This is
Oh,
about
yeah,
them.
yeah. I think we'll probably come across that one later, but still.
So my instructor who taught me my digital pattern making skills was named Tiki J. And Tiki J, yes, he was an old school, like, Hawaiian, Californian who moved to Las Vegas, was a street artist. Like, he did graffiti and shit on the down low.
Nice.
He was amazing. Amazing illustrator, amazing artist. You can find him on Instagram. His work is on there. He was my instructor. Iki taught me how to draw fashion croquis, which fashion croquis are those, I'm gonna use this word, they're stupid drawings of ladies with long ass legs that you see all the time. The correct term for those are croquis.
Oh, croquis.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. So that makes me think of crony. People joke about Aura Crony, another VTuber, and how they have, like, their body looks like it's like 3/4 leg, 1/4 torso.
Yes, that's actually the standard in fashion design to draw your stuff on.
Oh, okay.
So he was teaching me how to do that. Fuck. What happened? What happened? I also finally finished my emote I made 5 minutes ago. Oh, nice job, Drywall. Nice. Okay. I didn't save the emote I've been working on for 2 months. Oh shit. You always gotta save. You always save. Always save as. Always save that shit.
Auto saves or just perpetual saves?
Yep.
Maybe even set a timer for yourself if you work on stuff like that consistently. Just like save every minute.
So to continue on with the instructor story.
Yeah.
Tiki J, when he was teaching me, he saw one of my sketchbooks, which I draw monsters and stuff on my free time.
Oh, cool.
And he saw my illustration of, like, one of my monsters, and he's like, pulls me aside, and he's like, I'm gonna ask you a genuine question. Why the fuck are you in fashion? And I was like, because it was my backup plan. And he's like, well, why do you want to do fashion? He's like, seriously, like, what drew you to fashion? And to be honest, it was RuPaul's show, because I wanted to do drag costumes and shit. I was always in a costume. So when he looked at my illustration, he's like, you should be in the illustration program, like the program I could take you on as an apprentice. I could teach you what I know, and, you know, we could get you on out there. I was like, no, I'd rather prefer you finish this, please. And he's like, okay, that's fine. But yeah, he was the sweetest teacher I ever met. Very much a hard ass at times, but I felt like I needed that. He gave me a lot of structure. He definitely
Yeah.
helped me develop my own style. He was a no bullshit kind of guy, and he was honest with me about how much he struggled with fashion sometimes too. And that he's like, you're not gonna make a living off of this. If you manage to do so and find your own way with doing it, you're doing it.
That's good. It's nice to know that somebody is like at least looking out for the better of things and just being frank with you. It's hard to find that nowadays where people just be like, honestly, no matter what you do with this, it's good to have these skills, do whatever you want with this, but it's not going to be what you want in the end. So don't waste too much time on it. Learn what you need,
Right.
and then you're good.
Yeah. He was like, don't have your hopes high on this. I was like, okay, thank you. And one day when I was close to graduating, he's a huge fan of Doctor Who, and I got him a sonic screwdriver sport.
Oh, oh!
And
I think I've seen those things before.
Yeah, and I gifted it to him, and he cried and he hugged me. He was like, "Thank you." I was like, "No, thank you for literally teaching me everything that I know." I turn off autosave
Aw.
because it makes it run slower. But you just lost 2 months of work.
Yeah, that's like speeding to work and getting pulled over by a police officer. You're paying
Yeah.
for everything you just did, and then it's like, but it saved me time.
No, drywall.
I had a friend like that. He would speed 15 to 20 mile an hour over the speed limit just to get to work, and then he'd have like a $100 speeding ticket he'd have to pay. And I'm like, look, you speeding to work just basically costs you a day's worth of work.
Yep. Drywall just wrote fucking all caps in my fucking chat. It's okay. Hi, Beanie. Hello.
Just one of those things where, well, you just start over and go with what you got.
Yep. I know it feels like a waste of time, but honestly, you could either improve what you last worked on, or you could try and replicate it. Let's see what else. I think that was my best experience. Maybe. I think now, with the Etsy shop and everything that I've been working on recently.
Oh yeah, you've been working at hopping in or not Etsy, but what was the other program that you were working?
Coffee? I think it was Coffee or Vegan.
Not VGen. Yeah,
Yes, Vegan.
yeah, I had seen that you were really working at trying to get into that. So you're asking people to pop over and
Give me a code, please.
yeah, you use
Yeah.
this opportunity to do a shout out. Like, definitely chat if any of you are interested in helping Harky out. Definitely feel free to hop across the stream or check out any links or anything provided by them in their Discord.
Yes, so, I just do a lot of digital pattern making. I just made something for Dracore too. It's one of the summoning circles.
Yeah, I'd see that. I was kind of thinking like, okay, what should I do with this?
It's pretty nice. but yeah, so I just relearned Illustrator because I worked in Illustrator for so long. I was familiar with the 2016 version, and then when I recently got into the newer version, I was like, I had to relearn all this shit, and I did. I took like a day to relearn it, and I've been hooked on it since.
At least it only took a little bit of time. Oh man, it makes me think about all the times that I spent trying to, like when I first went into VTubing and I pulled up OBS and I had to figure out how to do my entire layout, transition screens and everything. I was like, I've never done any of this and this is so overwhelming. To be able to
I
jump into something and then figure it out after days.
Oh yes, 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 yes. I do the same thing. I try to relearn OBS and stuff and learn stream elements and all the like stuff myself, so I don't have to rely on my mods.
And
I
mods are
try
able to
to.
help you out.
Yeah, my mods. Some of them know how to do the stream elements and all those little like niche things. And I try to do it myself because I'm like, I can't rely on the mods all the time. But I put my link stack link, which has everything that I'm on there.
Yeah, I like using Linktree. Just one place to where you just have everything linked together and people can just pop in and find what they need.
Oh shit, Drywall, you just finally got an ad. Nice. Want to break from the ads?
That's
Want
one
to
thing.
break
It's
from
like,
the ads?
no matter what you do, there's gonna be ads on Twitch. You might as well make it to where you're putting it on there instead of them. And
Yep.
the sad part is you can do a snooze on them, but it's only for 5 minutes. They're going
Yes.
to resume.
Oh my god, yeah. See, I still think it. I think I've been really proud of like the personal like freebies I've been doing for like everybody and all my friendos. Cause I'm like, you know, they supported me from day one of streaming, and I've always felt bad because like I can't really do gift subs or like give them biddies at times. So like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll make them like a cool little asset, or I'll make them like merch patterns, just because I'm feeling like it, and like I think they deserve it.
Yeah, it's nice. And I appreciate you sending me one too.
Yeah, of course. And, like I know a lot of people have a hard time. Like VTubers have a hard time finding like merch shops that offer swatches so that they could start making merch themselves, or like it's hard to get permissions to make merch. Still didn't get an ad for Frail though. Oh shit.
I suppose actually you mentioning that is a great time for me to ask too. I was actually looking at some merch myself, and I was going to inquire how you go about making a design for a t-shirt. I have the design for the t-shirt, but the companies that make the shirts were unable to do it without the right program or designs on things.
So,
I know it's
Because-
it's very vague, but basically like they're asking for a specific type of picture and stuff to make sure that they could post it across on the shirt. But
oh, so like a PNG version? Because PNG has the transparency on it, and then JPEG has the white outline background.
let's see. Wonder if I can find out what that was again.
What is a drywall?
In
What's
regards to
wrong?
design, you have to simplify it or you provide a vector file.
Oh, okay, so a vector would be... So I usually send all my vectors through a Adobe Illustrator file, so it's just a Illustrator file, not a PNG or exported into JPEG. So you literally just send them the actual file itself so they can look at all the layers.
Hmm.
You usually would want to put each design, like if it's... So for the summoning circles, right? For each circle that I do, I make them their own layers so that somebody could grab it and not grab the whole thing, if that makes sense.
Ah, yep. Yep, I understand the doing layer thing for that, yeah.
Probably will have to look at your design.
Yeah, I could send that to you if you're interested.
I am.
It's like, I am.
I love looking at other people's art and then like their files as well, because I'm like,
Yeah, it's just kind of cool to know. It's just like, oh, what are you doing?
what you doing?
I'm nosy on that
I
stuff.
want to know. I'm nosy.
Inquiring minds want to know.
Yes, yes. But for merch though, I use Fourth Wall, which is connected to Stream Elements, which is the easiest way I've done shirts and stuff, and like stickers and all that with any kind of like art I've done. It's very easy to get into.
Uh-oh, we're at 99%. I don't... Oh, where's the checklist? Oh, wait,
no.
step edges.
Step edges. Oh, so like...
It says step edges. I don't know if it's these or something else, but it says step edges. Oh! There we go. Oh, that wasn't all of it, though.
Oh, shit. Okay, okay.
Step edges, 5 of 6. Oh, I got one. There's just like a little tiny spot over here. Oh no.
Oh, that one's like the hardest fucking area to get. Oh, shit.
Where's the last spot? I'm just kind of spraying everything and looking to see if it doesn't give a percent on one of them somewhere.
The worst part is that this isn't my emote. This was made for someone else. Aw, shit. Just talk to them about it. It's okay to tell them, like, hey, stuff failed and I gotta redo it. As long as you communicate with your client or, like, a customer or your friend, I'm pretty sure they'd be cool about it. Unless they had, like, a deadline, then this stuff happens, you know?
For another question I got, what is your craziest experience?
Oh.
Like, oh.
Okay, so this one's a little bit NSFW.
That's fine. We're 18 plus.
Okay, cool. So, there was one time I have a plan. You have a plan? Okay, good. So I'm part of the furry community, right?
Okay. Oh, a water bowl? Water bowl.
One of my friends gave my contact information to somebody else, and they were asking for custom. So, custom clothing, like straight up from scratch, is a lot of money. You like my starting base price is $1,000 upfront. Because custom clothing is very difficult to do, and it's going to take me months of fittings. Whether or not within those couple months you either gain weight, lose weight, I will have to alter from there. The material and the time as well, specifically what you want. This person contacts me, and they're in the kink community of, I might butcher the terminology for it, but it's adult baby lover, so it's age regression.
Okay.
So, what they wanted was that they wanted a kind of, overalls that kind of look, like toddler clothes.
I gotcha. Okay, yeah, just some overalls that make it look like overalls that you probably put on like a 5-year-old or something.
Yes, so they wanted it in pastel colors. So she was like, okay, that's kind of cute, that's adorable. But they wanted it to be able to have a butt flap because they were into diaper stuff.
Gotcha.
So I was like, okay, so do you need this waterproof? What do you need? Do you need any kind of like material on the inside where you're not getting chafed all the time? So we were talking that out, and I'm not gonna judge this customer for, you know, what they're into. You know, you live
To
your
each their
life,
own, right?
Yeah, whatever strokes your boat, whatever.
Yeah.
So we were working it out. I gave them a quote, and I was like, okay, here's the design. And I gave them my price point for all of it. I gave them a quote, and they're like, oh, I was just gonna pay you an exposure and just pay you $25. And I was like, oh.
Oh.
Say what no. So I was like, nah, I can't really do it like that. If you want to pay that much, I can offer other solutions. So what I had gave them as a solution was buy adult overalls and have a seamstress alter it the way they wanted. And he proceeded to get mad and said, "Well, I can find another seamstress in this town who will do it for that much and get
Go
paid
for
an
it."
exposure." I was like, "By all means, do that. If you know a deal, by all means, tell me about it."
Yup.
So they left, and then what was it? A few weeks later, I got like an angry text from them
Oh no.
where like they were like, "You know, you could have had like so many customers and you would have been made, and I would have gotten you like so many commissions and shit."
People who do that normally don't have any connections.
They don't. I was like, "All right, bye." When I can pay my rent and exposure, we can talk. Yes, that's exactly what it was. I think that and what else? I used to have to wash.
I keep
So back on
pressing
Cancer's
escape and
Laundry.
looking at the percentage of things, and a couple of them are like, oh, doghouse roof, fence posts, fence tops. Missing a few things here, but
What is dirty? Give us the checklist.
if you
Oh,
press escape, can you see the percentage on things? Like it'll say whether it's clean or
here we go. There's that.
yeah.
Where's that? Okay.
Control
I
panel.
see the overall description. I don't see the percentages. Where'd they go? No.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you
that-
look at my stream, I don't know if you can see this.
No, you're in an ad.
Oh, well, it just ended. Hopefully,
Oh yeah. Yep, it did. Oh, what the fuck? Am I blind? What the fuck?
I just press escape and it just immediately goes to this. It's in the wait. Maybe you're in overview. What about details in the middle?
Oh, the fence top post.
Oh, okay. So you can see it.
Doghouse roof? The doghouse roof is not good? What the fuck? What do you mean? Where's the doghouse? Oh, the doghouse is over here.
What do you mean? I don't see a speck of dust on this thing.
Me neither, what the fuck? Are we crazy? What the fuck?
Oh,
Oh! What the
now there's a to-do list.
Control
Okay,
panel?
control panel, fence
Where is
posts.
that?
Yeah, where's the control panel?
Where is that? What the fuck? Control panel?
I thought this was Power Wash Simulator, not hide and seek.
What the, yeah! Where's this control panel? What the?
Fence post tops? I like sprayed everything on the fence post tops.
Where's this control? Birdhouse? No. Wait.
But yeah, that's quite an interesting like.
Oh, there we go, there we go.
Oh, where's the control panel? What was it?
It was the fucking barbecue!
Oh! Yep, control panel.
Click on the status header. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Nah, that's fine.
it's this fence post head. Somewhere on this one. Alright, where are you? Somewhere on this
No way
one.
that worked. Hell yeah.
Because you can see it has just like a little bit of white or something on it when you got your cursor over it.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh, there we go. Yeah! Okay, okay. Instead. We're
Fence
so back.
tops.
Hell yeah, nice job, drywall. Give me another crazy experience I've had.
This one. Somewhere on this one?
I've had the backup dancers try to get me fired. And it was like, so when I first worked
No,
for
my
that-
failed performance is because your outfits weren't good enough.
Okay, so you reminded me of two actually.
Oh no!
So the the coach backup dancer at my old job, I won't say their name. Their life is already miserable anyways. So when I first started working for the company, I didn't know kind of like the polite way of not asking to change costumes. So the backup dancers, knowing that I was new, they didn't like one of our costumes. So the head backup dancer was like, "Can you ask the owner of the company to change the whole entire like installment?" I was like, that sounds like I'm gonna get fired. So no."
Oh,
And they knew I was new. So they're like, no, you could totally do that, and we won't wear these unless like they change. I'm like, okay. So I went to my supervisor. She's like, no, they're trying to get you fired. Also, tell them if they have an issue with it, go to the owner. And so I went back, told them, they shut the fuck up. I'm like, wow, okay.
well, apparently now we have a choice. Did you want to clean a bungalow or a playground?
We could do the playground. Playground's pretty fun. There's a ball on the playground.
There's a slide. Oh my god!
It's a dinosaur. Oh my god.
And it's purple.
It is purple. Yes. And then the other one is that same head backup dancer. I have a ton
Wow,
of
they must have had it out for you, huh?
They did a little bit. And so we were doing, I think it was Celine Dion. I think it was one of our shows. So we were doing a
Thanks for
Celine
the
Dion
follow,
impersonation.
Drywall.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Nice job, Drywall. Nice.
This is the optimal time that we get to share communities. Like, everybody, go join Harky.
Hell yeah! I
Show your love and appreciation.
Nice. I'm nice. I just get mad at Kate sometimes. So she, same kind of way for backup dancers. They do have a strict diet and they can't break their contract of a target weight.
Oh, makes sense. Oh, that's so rough. I would not be
so-
able to make it. I love food. Gotta work to
me
keep it
too.
off, but I love food.
This was during winter, so it was like after Thanksgiving and Christmas and shit. She came to work and we were putting her costume on, and it was like this pretty high-low dress that was kind of like a bodysuit, and it had snaps in the middle because they had to change out of those costumes within 20 seconds. So we had snaps on everything.
God, they're practically magicians.
Yep, they are. They literally just rip their stuff off and it's just snap attachments. That's it. Eat so much food, but I digest it so fast. So hungry, I super skinny. No! That's a high metabolism. Damn it, I can't say the word.
High metabolism? Yeah.
Yeah. So, she gained weight, and me and my coworkers were just staring at each other like, oh god, she's gonna freak out about it. She's gonna blame us. Lo and behold, she did.
Oh no.
She literally had a breakdown because this was the second fitting, so we were at the location of the casino where the stage is at. She puts it on, and I'm noticing how stressed out she is and how uncomfortable she is in the costume. And she's tugging at the strap, she's pulling at the crotch. It's too tight on her.
An overall just increase across the entire body, just enough to make everything a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah, so she was like, it's just not fitting right. Like, she's like, I don't like it. And she started freaking out.
And of
like,
course,
okay,
blame the outfit, not her weight increase.
Yes, and I was like, no, it's okay. We'll let it out a little bit. You know, maybe we just made it a little bit too tight. Don't worry. And the producer of the show, who's in charge of handling the dancers, looked at her and said, no, you gained weight. Get it down or you're fired. And I'm like, oh. I felt bad for her. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that would be rough.
Yeah, she looked
But
like
those
she
are
was
the
about to
terms of the contract
cry.
that you decided to sign.
And they get paid like $2,000 every month, so it's like you need to do it or you're gonna lose that 2,000.
Yeah, oof.
Actually, it was 2,000 per contract.
Yeah, contractual obligations. Like, yep, we'll pay you this amount as long as you meet these standards.
Okay, a month is not a lot at all. Oh, sorry, I got it wrong. I'm pretty sure it was like 2K, like.
I suppose, do you think about it like if they just do one show to get that amount or a couple shows, then it's not like you're doing shows all the time, right?
Yes.
So that's not too bad. That means that you could still do other things to make more income, and that 2,000 is just from like a couple shows here and there.
That's a lot to me, laugh my ass off. Yeah, 2,000 is a lot to me too. $2,000? Yeah. I made 9 an hour though, so oh shit.
It depends how
That's
much you
not a lot.
value your time and what you're willing to do, because if you get like another job or two on top of that, you could be making bank, or you
Yeah.
could try to make do with that. And if all you do is work a couple times each week to do that, then that's, or I mean, however often the shows occur, that
So-
could make some decent money within a short period of time for little work or effort.
That's true, that's true. So I think the dancers made like 2,000 every week. I don't know. I know they got paid more than me. I know that much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Drywall,
so
you can change your appearance on that Samus if you want to.
Hell yeah.
Sorry. He's
All
just,
the little like avatar stuff.
yep, the stream
Yep.
avatars. You can adjust your appearances and outfits and stuff like that.
So she was freaking out and having a breakdown, and then we fixed the costume. We gave it to her. She gained more weight because she was upset.
Oh no,
and it
she's
was-
panic eating
Yeah.
or stress eating?
Yeah, she did, and it was the opening night, and we're like, honey, you're just gonna have to do it. And she's like, I know, but I hate this, and like she cried before the show. I'm like, I'm so
Oh.
sorry.
Yeah, but you guys can't plan around that. The fact that everybody
we
stays
can't.
at the weight that they are is the way that you are able to just get that information, make the sizes that you need, and roll.
Yep. But yeah, I just felt so bad for her. Like, I know me and her had a lot of differences, because like she was definitely like kind of an asshole most of the time. But that night I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, it's okay. And then we went on break. It was like during New Year's we go on break, so we didn't have stuff for a while. Hi Sleep, hello, how you doing? And she lost all that weight. She came back, she was super thin.
Nice.
I was like, oh, that's good. And after that, she kind of treated us a little better. She understood, like, yeah, I kind of broke the contract and I was on the verge of being fired. So she's like, yeah, it was on me.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
That's something that's really hard for people. I feel like nowadays is taking accountability for the actions that you have rather than pointing a finger. It is very easy to point fingers and hard
Yes.
to tell yourself, I made this mistake. This is my fault. But
Yep.
if you can finally get past that and you build that humility on yourself that you are not perfect, you can admit your faults and be like, you know what, I can work on this. Or somebody says, hey, this is wrong, or you're bad at this or something, like, you know what, thank you. I'm sorry this might impact you or something, but thank you for pointing this out in its own way. It helps.
Yeah. Like, taking criticism and taking it with grace is a good thing, too.
Yeah. But it doesn't make it any easier for somebody to say, you're a failure.
Yeah. You did not complete the job. To the execution station.
Yes.
I'm fucking amazing. I made a map for my D&D campaign and I'm super proud of it. Ooh, nice. Nice.
Oh, that reminds me. I sent a website over to a friend of mine one time to where AI will automatically generate like D&D maps for you and set things up.
Okay, that's really cool. I know I've spoken
I'd
about
have to
how
look
much
it up because I
hate
can't remember
AI.
where it's at, but it exists. There's stuff like that out there.
Okay, look.
Let's see here. You kind of already answered this, but maybe it spurs something else in mind since you've talked about a bad example before. But what is the worst client you've met and or had? Or did that
Okay.
just open up a can of worms?
I can think of another one. So, before I worked for Legends, I worked for a small alteration boutique. It still does exist. If I have any choice, yeah, same here, sleep. But anyways, this client I had met through this young couple. And this couple, his wife, I actually taught how to drape. I taught her in college. She went to the same college as me.
Oh,
She's actually the same age as me, too.
that's
So
a little awkward, but at the same time, it's kind of like, well, it is what it is.
Yeah, so I taught her how to drape, and then she hired me because she saw my application. I didn't know it was their shop. I was just like, oh, I just need the part-time job. So I applied, and they called me like, Harky? I'm like, yeah? How'd you get my number? They're like, this is my shop. You're hired. I'm like, okay.
Wait, I know
That
you
was easy.
hired.
Yeah, because she knew the level of work I did because I taught her and shit. She's like, I trust
Oh,
you, so.
nice.
So I got hired immediately the same day I applied. So I was like, okay, cool. So this couple, you know how you meet somebody and you hear the Reddit stories of like about rich kids who don't understand how real world problems.
Oh, yeah, they may not have been set up with the circumstance like, oh yeah, they never had to use a dollar bill to pay for a pop or something because they always could afford or things were always stocked for them or something like, where did this come from?
It's just here. Yes, so they were these kind of people. I met one of their models because they used to hire Instagram models all the time. So I was pretty much brought in to give her a tarot reading, as well as like size her and fit her into one of their pieces. So I gave her a tarot reading, and they left for a minute to go get us Dunkin' Donuts coffee and stuff. So as soon as they left, she turned to me and she's like, I don't actually like them. They pay me to be their friend. I'm like, what? Huh? And she's like, yeah, they pay me like $2,000 every time to come in and like hang out with them and be friends with them.
You know,
like-
I can kind of get that. Some people are... So many people want to take advantage of other people. Sometimes you're just like straight up, all right, I know you may not like it, or at this point, maybe you do like being friends, but you've grown accustomed to getting paid for it.
Yeah.
And if they can afford that type of thing and they don't mind, yeah, I understand, but that kind of hurts at the same time too. If they've never really had a true friendship and they've always been like that though, it probably works just fine for them.
Yeah, they did. They did do that all the time. So she was a very attractive person. Like she definitely earned all her following on Instagram and all that other stuff, and she worked hard for what she had. But I was just like, I work for them. Why are you telling me this? She's like, oh, well, the tarot reading kind of said that, so I just wanted to be real with you. I don't actually like them. They just pay me to be their friend. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, well, that's nice. And then, so with that same couple, same example that I gave of, like, how they didn't understand how some people do struggle and some people just don't have money. I got
Yeah,
injured
that's
at
interesting
one of my...
about those people that are rich and they just don't realize, like, yeah, there are a lot of circumstances where people make just enough money to kind of get by, and they aren't given a whole bunch of excess like they have.
Yep, and they had name brand stuff. Like, they went to Louis Vuitton, like, all the time, Chanel.
Yeah.
Versace. They had name brand stuff on all the time. And I had gotten injured at one of my second jobs because they were my first job and I had a second one behind that one. So I was working all the time. And the husband of the couple saw that I had gotten injured. I was gonna follow, but I'm already following. Hi, Echo! Thank you, thank you. Yes, you are already following. How you doing, everybody? Everyone in chat, I didn't ask how y'all were doing, but anyways, I had gotten injured, and he literally turned to me, and he's like, well, why don't you just go to the hospital? I was like, because I don't have insurance. He's like, why don't you just pay out of pocket? I'm like, what? So I was like, I
They
can't
probably
afford
sneeze
that.
with $100 bill in their pocket.
Yes, I felt like it. He literally looked at me like dumbfounded, like, what do you mean you can't pay for it? I'm like, it's a lot of money to pay for it? Oh, I'm good. Ooh, kind of new person. Oh, you're okay. Alright. But yes, so I looked at it, I was like, I can't pay out of pocket. Like, you guys pay me like 12 an hour part-time. I can't really pay to go to the hospital. So they're like, oh, well, isn't that a livable wage for you? I'm like, no, that's minimum at least, but it's not livable.
Yeah, unfortunately, U.S. minimum is not livable.
Yep.
I wish it was.
And then there was one day, same couple. I've been on one stream, so I'm quite new. I've only been following since you. Oh,
Aww.
you're good. You're good.
It's nice to have new viewers coming by.
Yeah, it is. It always is nice. Yeah, don't ever feel bad. If you even lurk, I appreciate that too. Feel way longer than that. Oh, it does. I feel like you've been around a long time, Drywall. So,
Drywall's in every house, don't you know?
yeah, drywall is in everyone's walls.
Yes, drywall is everywhere. Drywall's in all the
What I'm doing,
streets.
lurking. Yeah, I always appreciate the lurkers. Like, I lurk a couple people's streams, and I'm just happy that they don't call me out or anything. And I'm like, thank you, I'm not doing stuff right now. But, that same couple, they built their own house and bought, like, land out here in Vegas. They literally built their own house from the ground up, and it's a fucking 5-bedroom house with, like,
Woof.
modern amenities in its modern, like, design. Like, their
Oh
whole
god, and
fucking
out
wall.
there, that's expensive as all get out because, I mean, water's not exactly easy to come by, nor, like, feeding all the grass and everything that's there, too.
Oh no, they had dirt.
Oh, okay.
Their house was fancy, but yeah, it was just all rocks. And so they're like, oh yeah, we just gotta find a contractor and pay the land tax or whatever and all this other stuff. And they're like, oh yeah, we spent like, how much did they fucking spend on it? I think it was like over $500,000. Like he was like, yes, we just want. Yeah, I was like, it was. He was talking about it as if it was a casual thing, like it was just something people do. And when they met my partner Maul, they asked him like, how much do you make? How much money like does your parents give you?
The parents, yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god. And when we told them like we just have like a small 2-bedroom apartment, they were like, why do you live like that? They were like, we can't afford it.
There's so many people you wish you could tell them, like, all right, stop getting money from other people, or if you can't understand, try to live with like X amount of dollars for a month or each month for like 6 months and see if you could do it.
Yes. First I met the person I made the emote for, who then introduced me to Flame, then introduced me to you. Oh yeah, Flame is a great streamer. I love Flame. I'm in Minecraft fishing. Hell yeah, I love fucking gardening in Minecraft. I love Minecraft.
I love abstract crafting.
Yes, yes.
I like to do different things like I don't know, make trees out of different blocks that aren't related to trees or anything at all, you know, just completely abstract.
Yeah.
It's not normal, but you look at it, it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. Wouldn't have thought of using that way.
Wait, where'd you go, Dracore? Where are you?
What?
Oh, you're
Why?
okay.
Why? What do you...
Go. Shit. Okay. Ball. Go. Ball.
Here, you got a spot right here. Right here, Harky. You got a spot right there.
You got one right there.
Yeah, right there, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the craziest, probably the most like out of touch experience I've had concerning like an employer slash client.
Your house entrance looks like a hobbit house. Drywall's saying this.
Whose house?
I'm sorry I'm not responding to all of you quite quickly there, chat.
Yeah, we're busy yapping and cleaning.
yeah, we're cleaning and yapping.
Hell yeah.
I still haven't quite decided what to call these interviews. I kind of debated on like what was it? I wrote down the name one time. Geek Out, Freak Out, something, or I don't know.
That's actually pretty good. I actually do like that. That one's really good.
I wrote down a few names. I just remember that was one of them from in the past. So let's see here. We had that question of worst client. Next one. What subcategory of fashion design did you study?
So my primary category was digital pattern making. So pretty much the swatches I've been posting everywhere
Yeah.
is what my focus study was. Like, even with the patterns too, you could put those in a swatch, or not a swatch, sorry, in a spec sheet. So a drawing of like a shirt, apply that shit, and you just get the sense of like what the print is gonna look like. Also, enjoy your lurk, drywall.
Same. Thanks for the lurk, Drywall.
Yes. Did you get Echo? What did Echo get?
Oh, I love you just fine, Chief. You guys are fine. Chat loves it when, like, I don't pay attention. Like, he doesn't love us anymore.
Oh. That sounds like brat energy.
Peak brat energy, raw.
Yeah. Did y'all hydrate today? No, go hydrate, you fucking dehydrated brat.
Yes, chat, go hydrate Harky. Dear God, they
What?
make me hydrate so much.
Good thing I have mine on cooldown. Fuck yeah.
I need. No, I said it. And now they're doing it to me.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. They will hydrate me so much that I'll probably have to end up taking like breaks 3 or 4 times throughout stream.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Ah! No, not you, Harky! You betray
Drywall,
me!
You motherfucker! Maul went leg going to
You
make fun
son of a...
Yes.
Oh, I asked for it though. I tried to have them turn on you and you have it on cooldown, so it's only right.
Hydrate, you bastard! Hydrate!
Oh my God. Drywall, you're supposed to be lurking!
Yeah, he's back in my chat.
Dicks!
I'm breaking 3 luck of speed to lure. Limiting. Probably gonna get lure 3 soon. Oh, nice. Let's see what else I like doing.
Let's see here. Next question then. Why did you choose this career path? You kind of went over that earlier though.
Okay, so
Because you talked about your teacher and inspiration and the celebrity that introduced you.
what's funny is that I was supposed to enlist. At a high school, I was supposed to enlist into the military.
You're supposed to what? Sorry.
I was supposed to enlist in the military.
Oh.
Yeah, so fashion design was actually my backup plan. I actually was in junior ROTC for all 4 years of my high school career. I actually gave up sewing, like home ec, to do junior ROTC, and I was in the Air Force one. And once I graduated all 4 years, I went to enlist,
Oh,
and they were like, "You're too underweight. Come back in like 2 years." And I'm like, "I can't wait that long." So I went to the college I went to, and I immediately signed up, shipped out to college, and that was it.
mm,
Um, but yeah, I wanted to be in the army.
be all that you can be.
Yeah. And then like the military was still my backup plan even throughout college. I was like, if I don't make it in here, it's military time.
How about what's the thought process behind the last few years of the fashion world?
Oh, okay. So I really, so I remember somebody in your server also asked me the same question about how I felt about Fashion Today, as well as like runway shows. So I responded with a grinning gif because I'm so happy that you know how we used to define masculine and femininity through clothes back in the day.
Yeah,
Now it's kind of not as hardcore. Like if somebody
yeah.
were to wear something feminine, and it's not immediately associated to their sexuality anymore. Um, I'm really enjoying that masculine uh presenting people are wearing feminine presenting stuff like skirts and dresses and stuff, because I really do think that men look very attractive in skirts and in dresses because it looks nice.
And it really kind of depends upon cultures and what is acceptable. Because, like, what's the difference in saying, like, a Scottish kilt? That's
Yeah.
a traditional example of it. Like, okay, a man is wearing a skirt. And people could see that as like, oh, yeah, that's really manly because of just what they had in their previous cultures. But
Yeah.
in America, then it'd just be seen as ultra feminine. But
Yeah.
yeah, not so much anymore. It's kind of like people wear what you want, and then there'll be, I would be venturing to guess averages. It'll take time for certain patterns to arise out of people's
Yeah.
preferences.
So I'm very stoked on
Oh my god. I can't hear things. There's a
no.
blurp redeem that was so loud.
Holy shit.
Did you hear it too?
No.
Oh, okay.
Shit. I thought everything like shut down. I was like, oh no.
Nope.
What is this song?
Everybody's just like, ah! We weren't expecting that. It is a redeem, and I have so many redeems across my stream. I have like sound alerts. I have the channel redeems. I have Tangia and Blurp.
Yeah.
And Blurp has some really unexpected ones, and you just don't know what they're going to do.
Ooh. I've seen Blurp a few times. I don't think I use it.
I'm more willing to
But,
use all of them. They're just kind of interesting, and everybody can interact with me and catch my attention more that way too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I'm very excited that fashion has kind of, it doesn't really have a label to it anymore, which is great. It doesn't have the unnecessary labels. Let's see what else. In that same question too, somebody asked how I felt about runway shows and in particular designs that don't look like for comfort.
Yeah,
So there's
there's
actually
a style
terminology
to
for
it, but
that.
still at the same time, it's just kind of like, ugh, I would never
Yeah.
wear that. It looks so uncomfortable.
You know what's funny is that the terminology for that in particular, because I did study it, and the reason why we do it, called I might butcher the word. It's haute couture. Um, and it just literally kind of defined as art over convenience.
Oh, okay.
So it's literally, you will never see anyone wear this out on the street. And what it's catering to is actually art collectors. Some celebrities may buy them, but you're not going to see celebrities at these shows all the time. It's always art collectors.
Hmm.
And they'll buy the piece and put it in a display. That's pretty much what they do.
That seems so weird.
It is.
Kind of a lack
it
of
is.
practicality in things, but I mean, all art could be taken that way. In relative sense, fashion, art, many things, it may not have a purpose, but it could be aesthetically pleasing, and that could be enough. Because you can't just have everything be like, no, this is worthless unless it's practical. Then you'd have very little things that you could ever try to apply or add variables to.
Yep. And I had a whole ass class where I had to study that, and I had to reproduce some art pieces, at least some of the techniques for them. It's it's a lot of hand sewing. That's why they also mark up the price, because a lot of the artists who or the designers who make them, some of it's by hand. They hire just a bunch of people to do one thing for this one outfit, and that's it.
Dicks!
So it's art over practicality, over convenience. I find it ridiculous. I don't think there's much use in it, but let rich people have their things.
Yeah, and if there's money in it, people will do anything.
Yeah.
That's just how business works. If people are willing to throw money at it, you can make anything happen.
But that was difficult. But yeah, let's see what else is that one. Gotta look back on yours.
Let's see here. Let's see. The next question that we could go on is: are the ridiculous and impractical pieces you see on clips of runway shows a normal thing, or do they just get more attention? I know you're kind of answering that already.
They are a normal thing. They're catering to art collectors, sometimes even museums kind of collect them as well, depending on if they're historically accurate pieces, then yes, they will buy them.
Oh yeah, that makes more sense on that one too. I didn't think about the fact it's like, oh okay, like somebody could make a Victorian dress, and if it's accurate enough, then they could just use that as a showpiece in a museum or something to say,
Yes,
yeah, this
they
is
can.
what they wore back then.
Yep. And I've been to the Showgirl Museum out here in Las Vegas. Those are all art collectors too. Like all those showgirl pieces are so many years old. But we would study them to see what the like the metal working of it too, because they had like metal fucking corsets with rhinestones and shit on them.
Oh,
So like yeah, we did study those. They make a fortune. But yes, that is a common thing on runway shows, is that the more impractical, the more attention it will get. But it also depends on the designer. Like there's one designer I'm going to make an example of. There's this designer who specifically makes clothes to where they give the illusion that the model is bisected. Like literally, they made a dress where each tier looks like it's just hovering on them. Like they're
Oh.
see-through. It's amazing. I believe it's an artist who I think it's a Korean fashion designer. I might need to look up his name again. I haven't seen him in a while. But yes, he's well known for that. His pieces got popular for a little bit. I don't even know if he's still present to this day, but yes. If they could achieve an illusion or achieve something that seems impossible, that's pretty much what it is. But for the ones that are like, okay, so I'm gonna dog on one celebrity. You guys know back in the day when Kanye West came out with those distressed sweaters and like the shitty shoes and stuff, the sock heels and shit. So I had a colleague of mine in my sewing class who replicated the sweater himself because he was like, I'm not paying fucking $100,000 for that distressed fucking sweater. I could literally buy one and just distress it myself, and he did. It looked exactly like the fucking item.
Doesn't that technically count as like, even though you make it yourself, there is a trademarked or copyrighted appearance for it?
Yeah.
So, like, unless somebody would choose to take him in, or the company found out about it, which, you know, probably they don't care unless it be somebody of like higher standing
value.
socially. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they could get money out of it.
Yep, and that's what happened too. He made an Instagram post. I remember he made an Instagram post wearing it and
Oh,
saying,
so he brought
I got
attention
that-
to himself.
yeah, he's like, I got that knockoff Yeezy stuff or some shit. I was like, oh shit. I was just like, you know what, you did it. You didn't spend that much money on it, so you know, win's a win.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't agree with a lot of the artistic side of fashion, but there is a market for it, so.
Yeah. That makes sense. Let's see here. Another question I have for you is, what is the weirdest thing you've made?
First thing I've made.
Does that kind of go along with your weirdest experience? Or
I mean,
weirdest
considering
client?
this is Las Vegas, I've been asked to make lingerie, to make thongs, to make BDSM gear before.
Yep, no questions asked.
That's
What
pretty
happens in
much
Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah, that's my weirdest commission. I never did them because as soon as I tell people like how much a custom is, because like I always tell people, if you're
Yeah,
gonna do a
it's
custom,
like, oh, I want
it's
something
gonna be-
small, but I don't want to pay that much for it.
Yeah, and like my prices are low compared to like other seamstresses out here. I know a seamstress who charges like $3,000 up front in order to start it.
Hmm.
And that's why I tell people when they ask me, you know, what's better for a custom or like for somebody to alter. I'm like, buy something that's similar to what you want, get it altered. It's a lot cheaper, a lot more inexpensive. But if you have the, you know, the luxury and the budget to do a custom is gonna be specifically sized to you, to nobody else. It's gonna be what, you know, exactly to the specs you have and exactly to what you're envisioning, instead of like getting something that may be kind of on the mark but not all the way. So yes, if you want to go through Amazon, through any way, like Etsy also does customs, but they also take like base costumes or like items and alter them as well to get the idea. Do it that way instead of spending like thousands of dollars for one item that you may be wearing once or just for a convention.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's worth the investment. So yeah, I would say my weirdest experiences have been the BDSM community and like kink community requesting stuff.
Yeah, that'd definitely be the strangest. Because at that point, imagination's the limit.
Mm-hmm.
You're not conforming to societal standards at that point.
Yeah. Las Vegas is not. Let me just think. Utah or Kansas. So.
But, the next one, what work are you proudest of? You're mean, Shadow. Played a sound effect making it sound like my computer was rebooting.
Oh no. I would want to say my proudest work has not been shown yet, actually.
Oh, okay, cool. How about second proudest then?
I think when I told Maul this. I was like, I made a vor.
A vor?
Oh, a vor art logo of my Persona Harky. Like, it's in my merch shop, but the cool kind of like cut off.
Now, are
tails
you
of
being
Harky.
vored or are you doing the voring?
I'm doing the voring.
Oh, well, you are the monster, so.
Yes, I am. I think that's my second proudest work because I free-handed most of that. And I just sat there for like the day and I just did that. And that was my first actually my second design for my own merch, which I was like, this looks sweet. I would buy it on a cup. And I even turned to like my roommate in there and I was like, is it conceited of me to want to buy my own merch? Like, no, if you're proud of it, go ahead and get it. I was like, okay.
That reminds me of something interesting involving Pirate Softwares, a streamer. What he did one time was when Twitch still had bounties and you had to do so many things to earn so much money, he found a little bit of a loophole to where I believe he had to like show so many minutes of ads for all his viewers. But for the money that they gave him, he used that money to purchase a bunch of gift subs for his viewers. And in doing so, made it so that they didn't have to watch the ads that he was therefore having to show. And since he was purchasing them for himself, he still got 30% of the return back on himself because, you know, we get so much money back on gift subs.
Yeah.
So he is still technically like paying Twitch and paying himself off of his own gift subs. So he ended up earning, he still ended up with a profit while making it so that his viewers didn't have to suffer through ads because they
Yeah.
paid him enough money.
Yeah. I'd love to do that, but I don't have that kind of money.
No, we not big streamer enough for that yet.
Yeah. One day, hopefully.
Yep.
One day.
One day with chat's assistance, we all earn money from sponsorships and nobody needs to give us anything and we give everything back over to our communities as much as we want.
Yeah.
Hydrate, you
That is
bastard,
the dream.
hydrate.
It is.
Well, I'm
keep in
hydrating
mind
again.
Oh shit, going to work.
I've
on
already had a
emotional
couple
stuff.
stealth hydrates as well. Just so you know, chat, I've still been hydrating. I just haven't always verbalized it or like gulp.
Yeah. We're not doing ASMR now.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Listen,
I'm just gonna skip this next question. The question is it worth it to go to an art school or college?
Oh shit. Okay.
You already went over that, so that's all good there.
Yeah.
To where heck, YouTube will just cover things for you.
Yeah.
How about describe your worst instructor you have met and why were they the worst?
Okay, so talking about fashion history, right? With the kilts and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was required to learn fashion history in like the from start to finish, pretty much from the beginning of time to recent years. My fashion history teacher so each class is 3 months long. With maybe 2 week-long breaks in between that. So it was definitely a very like fast education. When she was hired, was like, okay, I'm gonna teach you, ancient Egyptian garb and what they wore back in the day. in the first month of taking that class, I knew nothing about fashion history, but I knew a lot about her kids.
Oh no.
Yeah, so anytime we would get on a lesson and she'd get on, like, about her kids, literally we all would just, like, disassociate and zone out because we're like, okay, well, I guess we're not learning anything today.
She basically,
She
instead
had-
of teaching, she just wanted like, I don't socialize with anybody, so I'm going to socialize with you, chat, for the time that you're paying me to teach you something.
And classes, for each class, it's like $500.
Ah.
So, like, I was paying $500 to learn about somebody's kids.
Yeah, that is not... That's terrible. You
So-
get it? Like, okay, they're wanting to socialize or talk, but you're paying for that time, and they're wasting your money.
They were. And so she had so many complaints against her, like, within that first month, because we were like, you know, we're not, like, what are we paying our money for? Like, we're not learning anything. She got reprimanded, and she got so upset with us, she literally started teaching the classes, but she had an attitude with all of us. And I'm like, dude, like, I get your daughter loves Frozen, but that's the only thing I've learned about.
But dude, I
this
don't need to pay
class.
$500 to learn about how much.
Yeah. So me and her did not like each other, and then
Nice goose. My chat's just playing sound effects on me, so.
hell yeah. So like she spotted in one of my sewing classes, and we were learning how to make corsets, like actual corsets.
Mm-hmm.
And I had fucked up one section, so I was like, hey, how do I fix this particular issue? She looked at my corset, she grabbed it from my hands and threw it in the trash in front of everybody and me. And I'm
How
like,
rude.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I just explained to you, like, I know where I fucked up on, but I need you to tell me how to fix it.
Right.
And she's like, no, just start from the beginning. I'm like, no, literally, I only have 2 days left to do this. I'm not doing that.
I've got a entertaining thing for you since you're talking about that. I work with elderly in nursing homes, and I kind of joked about the fact that if it wasn't such a societal stigma of sorts, there are pressure stockings that we put on people when you have swelling across in your legs,
Yeah.
and it's really hard to keep them on or keep them from rolling down your legs since your thighs are so much bigger than your calves and they just want to
Yeah.
roll down. So for women, I've actually recommended more than a few times if they've got oh no, why'd I just forget the name of them? A garter belt.
Yes. Yes.
If they have garter belts and they've got the clips, they could totally clip and they can hold those pressure stockings up. And they don't have to worry about them rolling down their legs. And it's like, well, if society didn't say that it was so bad for men to wear those, like, I'd almost recommend a lot of guys to wear that too, to keep their pressure stockings up and on.
Didn't they use? Yeah, they used to have those. Like, I seen them. Like, they're in a bunch of like film noir kind of films too. Like the detective who like has like the garter belt a little bit. I don't know what it's properly called, but I don't know. I think it's attractive for men to wear a garter belt.
But yeah,
I think it's hot.
yeah, I just thought it was interesting. It's like, the practicality of that to hold on some pressure stockings is actually quite useful.
It is. It is.
Let's see here, and another question I have. If you can, because you have NDAs and stuff, what celebrities have you met in your career?
So I talked about Amy Bond, Frank Barrino. I could say one other person, but as soon as I say the name, and if they ever watch this, they're gonna know who I am.
Shadow,
So-
I'm happy I could help you out. Sorry.
Let's see. No, you're good, you're good. Let's see. I've met a lot of, like, B-rated celebrities.
Celebrities are celebrities, right?
Yeah, that's
But
true.
like, eventually in the future, we'll be able to say that we worked with each other for celebrities, right?
Yeah. Dracore, I met the guy. We played Power Washer Simulator together.
Yeah, we got an interview and everything.
Hell yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think of who else. So I had coworkers who worked for the when NFL comes out here. You know how they have the like halftime shows and everything.
Yeah.
My coworkers have met Nicki Minaj, Ariana Grande, all the people who would be the lineups for those shows. They would dress them, and what I find interesting is that Nicki Minaj is the nicest person I've like ever heard of being like really nice to us. The person who has been really shitty to us is Beyonce. Beyonce has not been kind to any of us.
Mm.
Like usually Beyonce will bring her parents and her family into the dressing rooms for the NFL like restrooms for the seamstresses. And my coworker told me like the father demanded that they alter his dress shirt because I guess it was a little bit too long on the sleeves. And he said, you know, I'm Beyonce's mom. You have to do this. Like I'm Beyonce's dad. You gotta do this. And then the mom would be like, yeah, our daughter's Beyonce. You have to, and all this other shit.
Entitled pricks.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Ariana Grande is pretty okay. She's pretty decent. Nicki Minaj has been the nicest. Like, she literally will tell some of the seamstresses to please go take breaks, go get hydrated, and she actually gets catering sometimes.
Oh, nice. That's got to be so cool. Like, if you make enough money and you make the people who work with you consistently happy as well, that's one thing that I try to do a lot of. The people that I work with, I try to help them out. If people around me are happy, I'm happy. Because if people are around you are unhappy, it leaches into your environment and everything that you have to do.
Yes. And I wish I
and
had
working is like
gotten-
a second home.
It is.
You want the people you're with happy and successful, and it just adds quality of life for yourself.
Yeah. So those are the celebrities I've heard of being nice to seamstresses through my coworkers who worked for the NFL and stuff. Our Elvis impersonator for Legend in Concert is a really sweet guy. Like he was funny as fuck. He's the nicest person in the world. I think his name was Matt. I think that's his name. I don't want to say his last name just in case like somebody trying to dox him or something.
No doxing.
Yeah, Matt was the sweetest fucking guy. He always made sure to come up to us when we would install a show, and he'd be like, hey guys, nice seeing you again. Hope you all have a nice day. And then he'll offer us water and stuff. And he's just like, yeah, I'm very excited about doing the show. And then he'll do the, like, the Elvis Presley impersonations with us. He's just very sweet. I loved him. But unfortunately, one day he got injured and he twisted his ankle, so he was out of the show for a little bit.
Aww.
But he was just the realest person I ever met. Elvis impersonator is pretty nice.
Yeah, I hear that there's quite a few of them.
We have a lot. That's pretty much all of Las Vegas is Elvis impersonators.
See here, another one. Oh, I think you pretty much answered this one. Describe your best instructor you've met and why they were the best.
Yeah, TTJ was definitely the best one.
Another question I have. If you could learn about any other subjects or topics, what would you choose?
I would learn... I always wanted to learn accessory design. Like, before I went, disabled, I was about to go back to school at, what are they? Not the Art Institute, but it's the competing college that competed with them. But I was about to get start my master's in accessory manufacturing, so I was going to be making accessories like bags, sunglasses, all that type of good stuff. And I'd actually gotten a recommendation from that same company that I had left, and like it was gonna be fully online. They were gonna work with me and everything, and getting a master's is great if you want to teach. And that was my dream job, was to teach fashion design.
I know it sounds strange, but that's part of the reason why I am actually doing these interviews and stuff in the first place. Not slightly as teach, but I love to learn, and having other people learn as well and going through things, because you're able to teach us about this stuff. That's what I want. I want to learn more and more and more.
I mentioned on the street too, because like I've been doing some art streams with Adobe and stuff, because like I've explained why I don't encourage Adobe products, because they're very scummy with pricing and kind of like really too expensive for what they offer, and they also endorse AI generation shit.
Oh.
But I've had people in my chat be like, "Can you teach us how to, draw in Adobe?" I'm like, I don't encourage you to, because I don't want you, getting fucked over by Adobe in pricing, as well as like, I make it look easy with how fast I do these swatches and all my designs. But it took me 3 months of like expedited fucking learning to learn what I do in a very fast pace. I would love
practice
to
makes
teach you all.
perfect.
Yes, it does.
You
And I
could
would
probably even use just like Microsoft Paint or something. It'd take a lot of work, but you'll get there eventually, right?
Yeah, yeah. GIMP is the way to go if you can't get Adobe. Yeah, so I do actually endorse GIMP.
Oh yeah, I've
GIMP
used
is-
GIMP on a few things. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that one's literally the carbon copy of Adobe Illustrator, which is what I use. And I told people, like, if you want to learn this, go with GIMP. And like, I wish I would have learned that program, but I would totally teach people how to do what I do. But I just don't want people spending money on this. Because I
Yep.
feel like
And-
like knowledge shouldn't be spent on,
Yeah, I get that, and it's kind of like you want to show people more options. If they're wanting to know how you do things, you're giving them that information, but at the same time making them aware of like, you can still use these things. It's still a product to be used, but you gotta realize the risks or costs and how effective it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of like phones, for example. People will swear by having an Apple or Android product, and they both serve their purpose and they do things to each their own. But if you give them more options, it's more beneficial. Let people make their choice on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can figure it out for cheaper though, heck yeah.
Hell yeah. And like, I've heard Procreate too is really good for what I do as well. And I tried looking into it, but they just don't have a Windows version, which kind of sucks. They have an Apple version. They just don't have Windows.
Oh no, Spec must be making some other emotes. I'm seeing new emotes across my chat than usual. It's like, uh-oh, people are getting creative lately.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, it's still in good ways. It's just kind of like, oh my gosh, people are getting more and more emotes.
Emotes are great. I love emotes.
I love it when you get enough emotes to where you don't need to text word or you don't need to type words anymore. People start holding
Yeah.
conversations with you, and you just start reacting in pure emotes.
Yep.
A picture's worth 1,000 words, and I don't want to type that much.
Me too. I don't like typing. Because I can't spell half the time. Oh, thank you for the head pass. I can't spell half the time. Anime emotes are awesome. Anime emotes are the best.
You know, emotes are even better. One's from Blind Harkain and Dracore VT.
Yeah.
They're the best emotes. I hear that.
Yeah, I heard that from
You can't get
Beyonce
any
one
better.
time. Don't quote me on that. Beyonce did not actually say that. Oh fuck. What else?
Let's see here. Did I? Well, I think that was some of the last of my designated questions. Otherwise, I'm putting it up on there to where. Are there any last questions for our guest? Speak up now or remain inquisitive.
You could literally ask me anything. I don't care.
I know we just started like blabbing about different things here or there. It's all good, but yeah. Let's see here, Shadow. I just realized Tangier reset in all. Oh no, you lost all your pins. Shadow is mod across to my channel, and he does awesome things with the sound effects, and has helped me out with making a lot of shorts because he has great timing on stuff. So I know that he's got a lot of sound effects pinned, and unfortunately he lost a lot of them.
No.
Or he just has to go find them again.
Have you ever thought about allowing your mods control over your stream?
I haven't seen the effect of that yet, but I've given them like access to all of my sound effects and everything else. And I'm gonna be on vacation in the next week, so I'm actually planning on just leaving myself on as like a sleeping stream and having a bunch of small games just playing on my stream while I'm gone. And people can still talk to me over Discord. I'll still pop in to check to see if things are there, but I'll mostly just be sleeping here on stream.
You know what's funny is that when you said you were taking next week off, I noticed the same thing on my end. I was like, well, y'all are gonna suffer. I'm not even gonna be on either.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
One thing I encourage my chat to do is, while I'm gone, what they can do to help me out is when you find another streamer that you enjoy viewing or something for a little while, when I come back, point them out to me. We always like to have more raid targets and find out people who are streaming in the same time frames.
Oh yeah.
Because sometimes it's hard. Like if you stream at the exact same time as somebody else, you may never see them live. But also, it's almost a golden opportunity to where if chat likes them and we get along with them too, then there could be a collaboration effort in there.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like how we indirectly met. But I can't remember, like, well, was it a game or how did I'm trying to think of how I found you.
I think I found you.
Or did you find me?
I found you because like I remember Barbecue was mentioning this too, because he was saying like, you know, sometimes we find the cryptid plushie, sometimes cryptid plushie finds you, and I think I found you through
sometimes cryptid
Kara,
plushie finds
actually.
you.
Yeah. I found you through Kara because I'm a mod for Kara, the survivor, and
Oh yeah,
rated,
that's right.
Yeah, she raided into you. I was like, oh, what? I was like, who is this? Like, wait, the model's pretty sweet, and I was wondering about your model the entire time. I was like, what are you? What are you?
Yeah, I'm a little different.
Yeah. Archie found me as well. Yeah, I did. You watch Kara? I do.
Oh no, Shadow. Maybe you need to reload it.
Much more. But yeah, so I mod for Kara, but I believe they might be on a hiatus because they recently moved. I think they're just collaborating with other people.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like you just kind of pop in and play a little bit. You don't have to have everything all set up.
Yeah. I almost got the bottom one cleaned.
By golly, this place is huge.
It is. I think it's one of the second biggest ones. Because
it says we're 62% clean.
Oh my god. It does. Oh fuck. Fine.
Well, there goes Shadow gifting tier subs in my chat again. And then I get the Giga Chat music playing for his redeems, or for his gift subs.
Not the Giga Chad.
That's a fun little pleasure thing of mine to where I love having sound redeems and stuff going on for people to interact with. Like I've recustomized everything. Hype trains, gift subs, regular subs, everything has its own unique sound and little video and stuff like that to it, and I can't wait to think of other things across the future, like maybe customized videos and stuff for subs and stuff put in, like actual not just little clip videos from sampler stuff that they have accessible in the programs, but actually like have somebody make some videos about something.
Oh, like a video editor?
Yeah, have a video editor actually make like a custom video for different redeems on things.
I've seen people make like intro videos for raiders, so like whenever somebody raids in, they'll play like a
Yeah, there'll be a
introductory-
special video or something that pops up.
Yeah,
and
like what the fuck?
yeah, I want something
How'd you
kind
do
of like that.
I also would want a goal of that.
Maybe that could be like a future Harky subathon goal.
That's true. I don't really do a lot of subathons though. I'm just like,
You could look at it this
here.
way: if you don't do it sometime across the next year, you could totally look at it for next September, because you got September, and if people get like a 30% discount.
oh yeah, that's a thing, isn't it? I
Yep.
forgot that's going on.
Not only that, did you know that there's a difference between buying on mobile versus desktop for
Yes.
subs? I've definitely tried to make sure everybody is aware of that too.
I actually made a command for that to negate that. Here, I'm gonna put that in actually. So, yeah, so the reason why they charge more in the mobile app is because they're charging the app fee for it.
Yeah, for the
Which-
Apple and Google Play Store.
I find it ridiculous. Plus, like, some people may not have access to desktop, and they primarily rely on mobile, so I'm like, hey, here's a link that goes to the desktop pricing if you're on mobile.
Yep. Or
Oh,
yeah, I'll tell them like sometimes you can find a little additional options thing on your mobile, and you can turn it to desktop view.
yeah, that's a way around that too.
So yeah, I want you guys to save money. Thank you for your support, but at the same time, don't need to pay as much if you don't have to.
Yep. What inspired you to start streaming?
I've had a few things, but I suppose I love teaching and learning. And one of my things that failed in my first few attempts at, well, I shouldn't say first few attempts, my first real streams was my background is in physical therapy.
Uh-huh.
So I like to do exercises and help people out with just like basic things to help take care of yourself. And I used to do exercises at the beginning of streams. And I actually created a whole exercise program that people could do in their computer chairs. And I'd start streams off with that every time. So I'd do 5 days a week of exercises, going between legs, arms, sitting, standing, and then going through all of them. But it didn't really inspire people to stick around and watch. Nobody really liked it, and my model wouldn't move or anything in the meantime. It's like, you know what? This isn't the time to really introduce this. But I did want to educate people on exercise, keep people fit, and keeping myself fit. So for quite a while I was doing that for, I think, a month and a half, 5 days of work of just calisthenic exercises, which just means you're using your body weight for the exercise.
Yeah.
I was actually feeling pretty darn good again, because I was doing some extra weights on the side while I was sitting here. I just didn't do exercises like that frequently. So doing that was kind of nice. In the long run too, I'm very transparent with things. I do my full-time job, and I don't need money from subs or anything, so I appreciate anybody's extra support, and that just goes towards future projects that I have for VTubing. But I wouldn't mind if someday I make enough money through sponsorships and advertisements, things like that, where people don't need to give me money, but they like the content that I'm creating. We just learn, have fun, do a bunch of things, and maybe that might be a new thing for me in the future rather than what I'm doing per se, but I don't see myself quitting anytime soon.
Yeah.
You gotta be realistic to the fact that only 1% of anybody that streams makes enough to actually like even make a relative living off of it.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I also do streaming as kind of like a hobby, and whatever stuff I do get, I just reinvest back into stream. Or like I improve my setup a little bit, or I literally just get the subs to other people who I watch, who are like, I'm gonna gift this sub no. Checking on my cat. My cats are like at the door. But yeah, I think. Quite honestly, oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I just realized, like, oh my gosh, I got a little too involved in things. Let's see here, I was just kind of looking through. If you could change one thing about the fashion world, what would it be?
Give people livable wages. Like, seamstresses are really the backbone of fashion. As well as like there's still a little bit of like unrealistic body sizes through fashion as well, so I hope that like diminishes more over time. As well as like so the reason why plus size clothes are more expensive than the non plus size version is because we're spending more on material, and it's going to cost more compared to like a spaghetti strap for, say, a size medium. Compared to a 4XL, the straps have to be thicker because it needs more support.
Yep.
I wish plus size clothes for both, like all genders weren't so expensive. It feels like it's punishing, the buyer who is that size for being that size, and I don't like that. I feel like it's predatory. I hope that changes with fashion more over time. And make clothes last longer. Make the clothes last longer than be like. Go ahead.
Yeah, I definitely get that on the business standpoint, though. It's definitely switched in its prerogative of they want things to only last so long, so that people have to buy more things more frequently, spending more money. I mean, yeah, that's what businesses are. They want to earn money, but then you've got the quality of the work. It's a fine line to walk, because it's kind of like if you made a shoe that lasted 50 years, you sell one pair and the entire market is out because nobody ever has to buy another pair of shoes again.
Yep. They're creating a scarcity too. And it sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
finally, okay, you can make things amazing, but you don't want to for the sake of being able to continue research and development and making better things in other ways.
Like if you search up tactical wear clothes, though, like Maul wears tactical wear pants. I forgot what the company's called, but his pants have lasted 6 years and he's never had to replace them. And tech wear is designed to last long and be both water repellent and durable for workers, like more construction workers, kind of physical work. The pants cost like $200, but it's worth the longevity of it, though.
I think another question I got across in here. Is there a favorite thing that you've made?
My drag costumes. So, I used to actually do Drag King streams on my channel way back then when I first started. I stopped doing them because drag makeup takes me 2 hours to put on. And that's to wear for 2 hours on stream and then remove all that shit.
Ugh,
But
yeah.
I made my own drag costumes, and my drag Daddy King name is Daddy Tempest. So Daddy Tempest is my more daring, kind of flirtatious persona, and I used to play a lot of dating sims with that persona on. So I would come up with my own bits and my own jokes with the persona. And I liked it a lot. But the costumes, I put in a lot of work. I would spend like 2 weeks on like a Renaissance shirt that I made for specifically my drag look. What else I made? I made a Death Head Moth kimono, like an actual kimono. And that took me 2 weeks in lockdown that I made that, and it's still something I wear to this day. Quite comfy. I gotta go have a good night. Good night, Echo. Good night.
I got another random question. Cats or dogs?
I'm sorry for cats.
Cats.
And
I'm a cats person too.
It's because they don't require that much attention. And
Yes,
dogs
that's the same
literally-
reason I like cats too.
They're so self-reliant.
It is definitely one of those things to where dogs are a man's best friend, but at the same time, they are mostly dependent on
They
their
are
owners.
very, yes. And like I love my cats to death, and I'm definitely gonna stick to cats. But I know one day I'll probably get a dog. It's just that I would need the space for a dog too, and cats don't really require much space.
No, for cats, humans are just big cats. That's how they
Yeah.
see us. So they're still going to take care of themselves just the same, but they'll be concerned for us if we don't do the same things as them. But I do think it's funny that, was it kittens? Only kittens will actually meow and talk to each other because cats don't actually meow and do that stuff out in the wild.
Yep.
But they look at us as bigger versions of themselves. So they think of us as their parents because we're bigger, and that's why they talk to us all throughout their lives. Otherwise, they'd never be meowing or anything like that to any other cats. I'm getting a lot of random questions now on things. Final Fantasy 14 or WoW?
Final Fantasy 14. I mean, no, actually, so WoW actually had a pretty... I haven't seen WoW since, like, mind you, 2012. So the graphics have gotten better. I understand, like, the characters have gotten better as well, the storylines and stuff. But, it's honestly, Final Fantasy 14. 14 all the way. Yeah, hell yeah, thank you, barbecue. Thank you.
Let's see
There's
here.
nothing wrong with WoW, but I prefer Final Fantasy 14.
I've done a bit of both, but I've played more of WoW than I have of Final Fantasy. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with Final Fantasy whatsoever.
Yeah.
A lot of times it just comes down to like the community and the people that you've hung out with in those. That's more or less what will keep you in the game, in my opinion, more than the game itself.
Yep.
The game itself, sure, the mechanics and everything will leave an impact, but who are the people that you're hanging out with?
Oh yeah. I need to start playing Warframe.
Oh, I played Warframe back when it was first around. It is nothing. Now it is nothing like what it used to be.
Yep. I've heard that too. Like I used to watch people play Warframe back in the day, and then when I rewatched, cause I have a few friends who stream it, and I rewatched them play it. I'm like, this is nothing like it was before.
I played it when the planets were on grids and you had sectors that you had to go to in order to complete missions and stuff. The entire UI, layout, everything, it's basically just a whole nother game. The only thing that's still the same is the same races and the same suits from way back when. But yeah, I haven't played any of it since they've done so many changes on things.
They have.
Oh look, a squirrel. That was what was put in my chat. Would you rather make a costume for 100 mice-sized moose, or one moose-sized mouse?
One moose-sized mouse.
That'd be a lot less.
They would. I also already have a pattern that might be able to work.
I have a coworker of mine to where they really like to dress up their dogs, and they actually, for their wedding, dressed up their 2 boys and 2 girls in respective dresses, and had them beside their grooms and best maids.
Oh, you can super cuddle a mouse-sized moose. But you could squeeze it to death, though.
Oh, what do they call it? Cute aggression?
Yes, cuteness aggression.
He's like, oh my god, I'm gonna hug you and squeeze you into little itty bitty pieces.
Yeah.
Oh, Elmira.
What's your all's favorite hot dog toppings?
Oh, god.
I know I
that was a
asked this
conversation I
before.
had on stream a few days ago.
Hell yeah.
Talk about hot dogs and chili dogs and different things that you put on it, or what are weird toppings that you put on things.
Yep. You know what, I used to know somebody who used to put ketchup on cake.
I know something very similar. I knew somebody a long time ago to where when they were pregnant, one of their hankerings was eating M&Ms dipped in ketchup and then having ice cream mixed in with guacamole. It is so interesting to hear people like have these outrageous combinations. Like you would never think until all of a sudden your body's just kind of like, you know what? I want this. And you hear people do that. But of course, when they say like pregnancy hankerings.
Oh my god. So my my mother-in-law. Oh shit, I gotta read. Alright, I'll finish the story first. Hello! Welcome in, Raiders! So, I had to tell my mother-in-law that I eat mac and cheese with mustard and ketchup and sometimes A1 sauce.
Oh.
Hi, my comfort streamer. Hello! How you doing? You were just chatting? What'd you guys talk about? We're talking about weird combinations of food, if you want to talk about your weird combination of food.
Yeah, we were doing an interview for the longest time, but we've kind of bypassed the interview and now just gone into casual conversation with people asking various things.
Yes. I've, I could say a drunk story. My weirdest combination of food when I was really drunk, was eating pickles, drinking Kool-Aid, and then eating pizza. And I chugged a lot of Everclear after that, so it was not a good idea.
Well, you probably purged your stomach after that.
I did, and the weird part is it didn't taste bad coming back out.
Oh!
Yeah.
Well, I suppose you could count that as a good thing, because if it tasted bad, after you were all cleared of it, your body might have been like, oh my god, I cannot have this thing anymore because it's going to remind me of this.
Yeah.
I will
Right after
never
last
eat
time.
my... I don't hardly ever drink. I've only been drunk a handful of times in my life because I'm just not a fan of alcohol. But
yeah.
for those few times that I have specifically avoided any of my favorite beverages and foods for the sake of preventing that idea. Like, I've had far too many people tell me, oh, I used to love this, except in college I
Oh.
drank too much and I puked, and then I just didn't like this anymore. And I
Oh,
never
should've
want
done
to...
that.
I never want to lose out on my, like, favorite things anymore.
You failed 17 times? Oh no! I've done that a few times. I can't do Jello shots anymore because of that. I can't eat Jello in general. I try not to.
Another question I've gotten here is, are you a fan of moonshine?
You know what's funny? That's one thing I have not drank before. That's the one thing I haven't drank before. But I've quit drinking for how many years has it been? It's been 5 years now.
Oh,
I've
good
quit
on ya.
drinking. Yeah. Like, that's another conversation I want to have. Can we normalize this quitting drinking without religion being involved?
Yeah,
'Cause I
that's
know-
actually a very common thing nowadays. They've noticed that that used to be a big fad or idea that, you know, you go to college and you drink. But
Yeah.
actually, they've noticed that there's been a huge downtrend of drinking and college recently. Like in the last probably like 3 or 4 years, it is no longer a thing. So alcohol sales are on their lowest points.
Oh yeah.
I'm being informed that I missed a question. I did see one earlier. I'll ask that one, Chief. Ketchup chips or all dressed chips? Now that's a Canadian thing. I can definitely tell you that, but I don't know if you've had exposure to that.
I've not had exposure to that. What is that?
So it's very common for them to have ketchup flavored chips. Now I'm not entirely sure on the all dressed chips though.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm wondering about. I think I've had ketchup chips before. I just don't remember them vividly. I don't think they're the ones that I would be like, yeah.
I like the comments too, being chugging grain spirits as a rural Canadian pastime. But yeah, somebody else pointed out people aren't drinking anymore, but people are smoking a lot more now. Like cigarettes are
Yeah.
starting to come back along with vaping versus like smoking was almost completely gone, and for some reason it's making a back trend. Don't know why.
It is, it is.
Let's see
I've quit
here.
smoking too. Well, like I used to partake. I'm not a nicotine user, but I used to partake in the green, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I quit that a long time ago because it's a if you could do it and it's like a pastime for you, that's fine. But I quit because like I needed a job and also it just wasn't doing anything for me anymore.
I never have smoked, but I was given the opportunity to try some gummies and stuff, but I found that apparently it just doesn't really affect me that much. And I'm fine with that
Right.
because it's just kind of like, I'll give this a try just to see what things are like, but
Yeah, just to have the experience.
nothing happened, and if it wasn't even a pleasurable experience, no point in putting money across on it. And
Yeah.
I've been informed that all dressed is all flavors.
I try it. I don't see any reason
Yeah,
why.
never
that
knock it
wouldn't
until
be
you try
bad.
it, right?
Yeah. Or, but
It's kind of like giving you a hankering for getting hot dog buns, some bananas, and then on the side of the banana you put jelly and then peanut butter.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
You got a
Right,
peanut
okay.
butter and jelly sandwich with the banana, but at the same time it looks like a hot dog.
Oh yeah, I'll be right back.
Actually, this might be a good opportunity. If you need to, chat, I'm going to hop right out as well real quick. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. But definitely feel free to grab yourselves a snack or beverage in the meantime. And see you in just a minute.
Alright, I am back. How far along is... Ooh. Wait, did I finish this? Stuck. Yes, please follow everyone who's rated. They're very lovely people. I probably gotta shout out AOKs again.
All right, I'm back. I stepped away for a moment too.
Oh yeah. It's been 3 hours. It's totally understandable.
Yeah, normally I would have taken multiple breaks because chat loves to overhydrate me.
Oh yeah. The bathroom breaks, dude.
Yeah.
Have to.
Let's see here. Did I miss anything from all of you? Oh, Jinx wants to let you know that they're fairly greened right now.
Nice. Hey, it's Wednesday, my dudes. Enjoy your fucking Wednesday, Jinx. Sounds like a lovely time. So I've tried gummies.
Have a good one,
once.
Chief.
When I tried gummies, I ended up getting too paranoid. I mean, like, my grandma put on was it Tarzan, and I was scared that the beginning scene with the cheetah. I thought the cheetah was gonna come kill me.
I've got a thing I've got to read here because whenever I go AFK, I leave my avatar open, and generally, depending upon the position, with all the stream avatars going along the bottom of the screen, I have somebody across in my stream that likes to put a little narrative, and they want me to read it every time I come back. So
Okay.
this time I was looking down and it says, "Look at all these people. They're so kind. I'm not going to hurt them. They're too precious."
Aww.
Because I look like a giant. Most of the time, they actually make me sound like I'm a demon or something. Like, everything is so nice, but don't tempt me, or your heads might roll.
Oh no.
They're kind of making a story on me.
I've seen like, have you seen the artists who do like the stream like custom stream avatars?
Sorry, what was that?
Have you seen the artists on Legion who do like custom stream avatars?
No, I don't think so.
It's really cool. Like they take what you use and they make a custom like mascot for chat, like something that represents chat.
Oh, yeah, I thought about doing that. I just haven't decided what my mascot will be yet. I've actually got many projects designed around a mascot. We just have to design on or figure out what we want it to be. Right, chat?
Maybe like elemental sprites?
Yeah, it could be something like that.
It's an oven.
It's an oven. No, definitely
an
not going to be an
oven.
oven. I'm voting out of that one.
Parky is awesome for sure. Thank you, barbecue.
Yeah, I understand that sometimes the mascots are more or less like some sort of almost chibi-like idea of what we are.
Yeah. Hi, spiders in trench coat. How you doing?
You were being nice, Michael. Thanks. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going up to Canada next week and just having a good time being out and some cabins and some fishing and food and campfires and overall good time.
I really miss camping. Doing okay? How goes the interview in power washing? It's going really good. It's going really good.
Yeah, this is fun.
Hey.
And thankfully, we're at 90% cleaned. I wasn't sure,
Hell
like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, this is big.
Yo, I seen a Markiplier and one other person play this map, and I'm like, yeah. And they did it single player, so they were just doing this alone. I'm like, nah, you
Oh.
need like 2 to 3 people. Oh.
Were you wondering why you're going
after
backwards?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
That's how you get up there.
What? There was a
Well, I know that there's step ladders and stuff, but there's an actual ladder. Like, oh, okay. Otherwise, I was just like trying to jump around and figure out how to get on top of these things.
Yeah, I did that too. I always thought the ladder was like decoration. I guess it makes sense to use the ladder as a ladder.
Yeah, definitely, Shadow. One of these days.
Have you ever had today Harky learned? What I learned? What I learned today? Oh, that the ladder's not decor.
The ladder's not decor.
Yeah. Not an aesthetically pleasing ladder.
Is there something specific?
Oh, I was gonna say, have you ever experienced a parasocial chatter before?
Nothing that was like too big on anything. No. I actually like brought it up between chat a long time ago how we all know each other, but at the same time we all don't know each other. We all have a parasocial relation together. We have fun, we enjoy the streams, but how to say, human psychology generally translate attention to affection and potential love. And sometimes if you are low on one, then you can feel like that attention that you might get from a favorite streamer or something is the same as them showing affection towards you. But you just have to realize that we're entertainers. We're only here so much, and we don't know anything about most people here just the same as they know how little about us. But still, gotta have a good time. Like, we're all enjoying each other's company. We're hanging out. It's like a lot of internet relations that everybody has nowadays. We've all generally had experience with having friends online. Maybe you met random people in different games, and you may go out and eventually meet them in real life. But until you do, it's just kind of like you're that random disembodied voice on the internet that I generally had a good time interacting with.
Yep. So, actually a really good topic of conversation too. Because I see people who post about that on Twitter, just people who also stream as well, and I read their little rants about it, or like their like starter conversations of getting into a deeper topic about that. But I had this one person who, oh shit, oh barbecue, you're about to know what I'm about to talk about. Oh, by the way, I made a draft design for a bottle. Oh hell yeah, nice job. So there's this one chatter I had talked to, and they were very sweet. Like, they were very cordial, regular interaction. And I don't make it hidden that I do have a partner and shit. And I always mention Maul, and like me and Maul had a few streams. But this person who has heard that information came into my stream one day, and I was playing a cooking simulator, which is also a very fun sim game. And they were like, Harky, you're the love of my life, and I'm the light to your dark, and like I make your bad days better, and all. It's like a whole ass love letter. I'm like, So I was like, what is going on? So it's nice. It's still nice. I was like, I appreciate, that message. It was nice, but I do have a partner. And I told him, like,
Bruh.
yeah.
And my chat reacted to that with bruh.
They went quiet. They didn't come back to my streams for months, and then they came back with a new username and tried to play it off as if like they knew me. So I was freaking out. I was like, what if this is like a stalker or some shit? And they're like, hello, my frenemy. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Frenemy?
He called me frenemy. I'm like, what do you mean? And so, my mod searched up the name, and we found out it was the same person who wrote that love letter to me, and I turned it down cordially and stuff, and I was polite about it.
Yeah.
But, they were just like, well, like, you hate me, don't you? I'm like, no, I don't hate anyone of my chatters. I appreciate each and every one of you. It's just that you came off, a little too strong, and, you know, I understand maybe, like, there was some miscommunication or something. But, I'm not your partner. And then I've never seen him again.
I've gotten a mention across my chat. Yeah, stalkers or talkers.
Yeah. Ooh, 94. 94!
We're getting there. We're almost
God.
there. This is fun, though. This is a great way to just kind of, like, spend some time, just ask random questions, and you're still able, like, this is that satisfying the ADD factor.
Go. Yeah, we're doing it, chat. I swear. And lurkers are workers. Yes, lurkers are workers. But actually, the whole, like, parasocial stuff, that brings up the whole, article I read today about how somebody is, copyright striking Iron Mouse's, YouTube videos, and Iron Mouse...
Oh, her VOD channel.
Yes. So, the weird thing is when you copyright strike somebody, I think it releases the other person's information, too. Like, not only does it release yours, it releases theirs, too, so it's like... Either the person doesn't care that Iron Mouse knows their name too, and that's a lot more creepier to me.
Yeah, but it's not really going to come out to be anything, unfortunately. If it was like a major corporation or a major influencer that was doing it, it'd be different. But if it's just somebody at random,
I think it is.
Then yeah. And it could just be somebody who got rubbed the wrong way and just decided, you know, I'm just going to mass report things. And that's a fallacy across in YouTube system.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've always kind of grown concerned about as well, but that's why I post across on multiple platforms, try to have backups of some of the things. But if it does ever disappear, it'd be unfortunate, but it's kind of, whatever.
Yeah. Having backups is always a good idea. Please. Oh, did we do the roof? I forgot if we did the roof. Oh, the blue roof! The blue roof! No!
Blue roof? Oh, yeah, the blue roof. Oh, God.
Oh, no.
I saw it from an angle, and it's like, oh. For a moment, I was like, what does it mean by the monkey bars? Like, oh, wait, the top of the monkey bars.
Oh. I need to get up there.
There we go. Ding!
How do I get up there? It's too. Oh!
I kind of like the idea that you can kind of go, okay, broad strokes, but at the same time, some stuff is a little bit thicker than others, so you've got to use a more refined spray.
Oh, yeah. Did you know you can buy, like, soaps that kind of help with this, too?
Yeah, I had seen that we earn money for that, but it's just kind of like, we're using this for time anyway.
Yeah. What is chat's favorite dessert? I like ube macaroons.
Yeah, I kind of wondered that too, Shadow. I think there's like a background story to this. Like, this is a abandoned park or something that they're starting back up. They have like a little story or something for these things.
Yeah, they do. Then, wait.
Oh yeah, we have to move the ladder. There.
We're at 97. Oh! Let's see, any ice treats or banger? Ooh, nice, nice. You mean like gelato?
Yeah, chat.
Or
What's your
frozen
favorite dessert? Chat's favorite dessert. Go! Everybody in chat, what are your favorite desserts?
My least favorite is oatmeal raisin cookies.
Oatmeal raisin cookies, huh?
Yeah.
I
just
think
don't
out
like
of
raisins.
cookies, my favorite are monster cookies.
Monster
They have like
cookies.
the M&Ms and
Oh,
I think they are like peanut butter oatmeal with M&Ms and stuff like that in them. They could be slightly different, but yeah, monster cookies.
I like oatmeal cookies, but I dislike raisins.
Meat?
Dude,
Meat's your favorite dessert? What?
you mean like sweet teriyaki meat? Cause that's actually pretty good.
True. You know, funny sweet potatoes or yams. I actually almost only make them in dessert fashion. Where you cook
same.
them, you add in your butter, brown sugar, marshmallows. Heck yeah.
Meat sweats.
It's a almost anything with strawberries. Somebody else had said across on here. What process? I can't even have desserts like no ice cream, no milkshakes, cheesecakes, anything
Piece
with
of dairy?
chocolate.
Oh shit.
You know what's kind of
Brownie
funny?
and ice
How much
cream.
you look at peanut butter and just about anything with peanut butter in it, you're like, oh, that sounds like that's like a dessert.
Yeah. Reese's. Oh shit! I fell off. Reese's peanut butter.
Good thing no
cups
fall
definitely pretty
damage.
good. Yeah. Oh, that would suck if there was fall damage. Then they took some of the money we make.
You know, I like it when people make different things with bread. Like
Oh, like
crush
bread
up some
pudding?
fruits and do different things with bread in different flavors. Like I vaguely recall it. Somebody I knew once would make different flavors of bread by like making sure that they ground up fruits or blended them and then put that into the dough mixture. And then after they bake the bread, they make sure to shove it over into a freezer and then they let it thaw out. And that would kind of let the fruit get re-moisturized and spread its flavor throughout the bread.
Ooh. Sounds really good.
Well, we got the blue roof here. What else we got?
No.
Oh, there's another bin somewhere? Oh, there's a bin over here.
Oh. Huh.
It says this needs to be...
Oh.
There we go.
Get up there.
Large bridge slats.
Maybe. Art. That. Oh, like. Huh. Ooh, not that one.
Stools? Oh, stools.
And one over here. That's good. That's good. Oh, I see it. I see it. Oh. I like a brown sugar covered bacon.
Ah, yeah.
Pretty good.
You know, that reminds me of an interesting way that you can make omelets. Have you ever made omelets with a freezer bag?
I have not.
So what you can do is you can crack like 2 or 3 eggs into a freezer bag along with any of the toppings or ingredients that you want in the omelet. You take a pot of near boiling water, and then you set the freezer bag in there with the top being open, but over the top of the boiling water container. Then you put the lid on, and you just let it cook. You can turn the bag over if one side's cooked all the way, and then once it's done, you can just slide it straight out onto a plate, and you don't even have a mess.
Oh my god. Chat, write this down, write this down.
Let's see here. I legit almost never have dessert because I fill up on a meal. Well, that's good. Yeah, we don't really need extra sugars anyway.
That's true, that's true.
One person said, when my sister got married, she included a survey with the invitation that asked what kind of food people wanted to see, and their response was, want meat.
Yeah. It's actually pretty nice. Oh. But they tasty. What's tasty? Carrot cake all the way? Carrot cake is pretty good. It's pretty underrated too.
There's a lot of interesting things that... Oop, now our to-do list is narrowed down. When all you do is just substitute ingredients with like fruits or vegetables. Shadow, they said they're a meatitarian.
Ooh. I like
That
all the
reminds me. I forget what commercial it is where somebody joked around with that and they said, I'm a meatitarian. It's a personal choice.
Oh. Power Sport Dread. Power Sports Dread.
One thing I did learn is if you go into that clean spot and it said like 99% or something, if you click on it, then it will constantly highlight whatever that thing is that we didn't get cleaned.
Ooh.
Oop. Like it'll cause it to flash.
Okay. Ooh, I stick. I think I did. That one's good. Oh.
Almost there. Now I get a raid.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, pardon me just a second. Hello, Raiders!
Oh.
Thank you for joining me. Let's see here. Queen Omega.
Is it all of them? No.
Let's do a shout out for you here. Oop.
His stuff look good.
Hi.
I don't see anything.
I'm trying to remember who was it. Somebody had told me that they're like related or something to you. I can't. Who was that? Who was it that told me that?
Could it be this one?
But it's nice to meet you. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Dracore. I'm a Molten Element VTuber. I also do variety content. Oh yeah, Optimum Omega. There you go.
Yeah, we did it! Hell yeah!
I'm a variety streamer. I play multiple video games and things. Lately,
yeah.
we've been playing Wukong.
Nice.
But today we're kind of doing an interview.
Yes.
We've gone through an interview with our guest here, Blind Harkain. Go by Harky.
Yeah, that's the biggest.
And they worked in the fashion industry, and we're also like a professional fashion designer. So we asked a bunch of questions through stream. Thank you very much for joining us, and I hope you enjoyed your stream there, Queen. if you need to go to do any aftercares or anything, I totally understand. Otherwise, would love to have you here. And what's going on? What were you up to? Or wait, let's see. You're playing It Takes Two.
Ooh, I still had to eat dinner too. But yes, the giveaway is still going on for anyone who's interested. It is on my
okay. Let's see
Twitter.
here.
The merch shop is open too. Console will be open after
That's good.
next week, actually, when I take it off.
We'll be doing a little bit more
plan
of
on
the
uploading a bunch
collaboration here, but I'll probably be
replenishables
switching over
on
to
the Etsy shop.
doing some stuff with rest of chat here in just a couple minutes. I'm back.
Hell yeah. Welcome back.
So now that we got that all done and we got our summary across here, we went through all the questions, but yeah, was there anything else from anybody that you had any questions for Harky? If not, I mean, there's still nothing bad about like posting stuff across in Discord, and maybe Harky could answer some questions there. After all, Harky's part of the community, and I'm over on Harky's Discord as well.
Yeah. Oh wait, I have one story if people want to hear it.
Oh yeah, sure. What's up?
So, one of the craziest experiences for like a interview. Story time? Yes, it's story time. I'm shouting out Dracore one last time. Here we go. So I was interviewed for a company. I wonder if she still exists. But it's this lady who worked for the Disney Cruise Line, and they would make the costumes for like the Disney characters and stuff. So I was interviewing to do that, to make their costumes. And this was in like downtown Las Vegas, which downtown Las Vegas can be good or it could be a bad experience. So I go in for the interview. I get interviewed, and because I didn't speak Spanish too, because I'm not bilingual quite yet. They pretty much were like, you know, you don't have the job, but is it okay if you could come into my back office? I was like, why? They're like, well, I just need to tell you something. I'm like, okay. So I do with this lady's assistant, and she's just like, you have this aura around you. I know you'll be successful in this career, but your aura is just so amazing and all this other shit. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? She was just like, yes, I could tell you're a very nice person and all this other stuff. And she's like, you'll get fired. Like, I just met you. And I'm looking at her assistant like, why? What the fuck's going on? And she's like, yeah, your aura is just speaking to me.
Oh boy.
I'm like, okay, well, I gotta go. I need to go catch my Uber now. And then, like, I think they shut down, like, during lockdown. I'm like, well, that's how that went down.
Yup. Oh my.
Yeah.
I did have one last question from my chat as well. Is
Okay.
what was the one learning experience you would love to do all over again?
Honestly, I wish I would have learned marketing a little bit more because I was required to learn some business too. I wish I would have paid attention to marketing because marketing is very important and can actually help a lot of YouTubers as well as like artists as well. I actually failed marketing. Like, the teacher was really cool. Like, he'd always have us do, like, blog posts of, like, marketing, like, fake products and stuff. And, like, we would Photoshop these fake products and try to make them look as realistic as possible and come up with slogans. I wish I would have done that over again. I wish I would have paid more attention to that. And to relearn, honestly, I'd love to relearn Photoshop and Illustrator over again. Because I know there's more I could learn with those two.
Yeah, there's always something to improve on or look at a little bit differently because none of us are perfect at what we do, right?
Yeah. Just because somebody's a professional doesn't mean they're proficient
Yes.
in everything.
Yeah, we're only human.
Yep.
Oh god, somebody told me that we need to get the ball up the slide for an achievement.
Is that possible? Wait. My legs! Okay, wait. Go ball, please. Okay, where is it? Where is it?
It's right here, right next to the slide.
Is it? Wait, is it? The fuck?
Do you see it in front of me?
You're levitating.
Oh, you can't see the ball that's in front of me.
No, I can't. You can't see the ball right here?
Nope. I see no. Actually, you said it's right here. Am I
Yeah.
shooting it or is it moving from me?
Yeah. You're shooting and it's moving.
Okay.
That's
Because
so
I don't
weird.
see it at all. Mine is right here next to the slide.
Ooh, I wonder. Am I shooting it?
No, I'm trying to.
oh.
There we go. Now it's directly in front, like.
Go.
Yeah, you are, but it won't go over the lip of the slide. Darn it.
No.
I can't grab it either. I wonder how you do that. Huh. But somebody said his achievement. Oh well. Oh wait, wrong slide. The dino slide? Oh.
That's a little easier, I guess. Hey, get over the lip. Get over. Wait. Wait. Dude, I can't get my ball over. Go ball. Go. It's like. Nope.
I wonder if I'm supposed to take it up the ladder.
Ooh, ooh.
No, the ladder would be much more difficult, but I can't get it all over the lip.
Ooh. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I couldn't get it. It just wouldn't. I heard the hey listen to try to get my attention on it. Thanks for trying, chat. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. But yeah, thanks for joining me, Harky. I very much appreciate it. And who knows, maybe sometime in the future, if somebody else's fashion or something like that, or if, I don't know, they have any advice or interest in stuff, maybe I could point them over your way.
Yeah, we could talk shit about the fashion industry together.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, thanks again, and look forward to playing some games with you and seeing you again.
Of course. We need to play DVD again.
Yeah, I need to get some experience. Everybody cringes watching me playing, like, oh god, he's so bad.
It's fine. DVD is just a game.
It's just a game, but
Yeah.
it's better when you're good at the game. I'm not.
That's a little true, but damn, I'm bad at the game sometimes. Should we raid the same person? Oh,
Yeah,
hell
let's
yeah.
find somebody to raid.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna switch over to just chat.
We could do that, and see, I'm just putting up some of my information.
I'm gonna shut
Just
up
people being able
everyone.
to check out my Discord if they are so inclined and interested, and maybe people who are already here, whether from Raid or you're over in Harky's channel or anything, if you are interested in doing an interview or you have a skill set, hobby, job, anything that you feel like you would want to let other people know about, please feel free to hop into my Discord. I've got an interview application tab. You can go into it. It'll lead you to a Google application form, and it just has some very basic questions for me to kind of get started with you.
Yeah. I encourage you all to do so. This is a lot of fun.
I like to too. Got the first time jitters out of the way. In my very first interview on it, and I hope to get many more to come.
I can definitely point you to a few people too. I'll probably be like, "Yo, go, 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 do it, I swear."
It's a good
Alright, I showed
time.
you one last time. Alright, you want to lead the raid here?
No, feel free. If you've got somebody that you know or
Ooh.
because I'm not sure. I got a few people that I raid all the time, but at the same time, I like to try to find new people.
Ooh. I know who.
You
And they're
know
playing
who?
Dead by Daylight, and they're a new streamer. Okay, I got him.
All right. If you have the name, could you put it over in my chat or
Yeah, I'm doing it
Or you
right
can-
now.
Oh,
I
okay.
got you. I got you.
you got? That's sweet.
All right, here we go. Let's go make this streamer's day. Oh. Read. Hat. Let's go. Yes.
All right. Oh, and thanks for the raid message there, Shadow.
All right, everybody. You know the deal. Copy the first one if you're following. Copy the second one if you are subbed. Let's make this streamer's day. Anyways, thank you, Dracore, for having me on your channel and interviewing me. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
You as well. And everybody that joined us across in chat, you all have a wonderful day as well. And I'm streaming again tomorrow at 7 CST. When are you streaming again next, or do you know?
I'm streaming on Friday. I'm gonna be doing Dead by Daylight.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyways,
Alrighty. I'm good to go when you are. You, if
I
you'd
am
like,
too.
feel free to give the countdown and I'll press the raid button at the same time you do.
All right, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Now.